I don't think Chesney realised that David in front of him had a slow-down penalty. I don't think Chesney actually gains a place like he was originally going to. Once David's penalty comes into effect, bear in mind David's surrendered 18th now, but he didn't clear the slowdown before the line, so he will get a time penalty at the end. No, a second!
Because it's muted. There you go. You're not muted anymore.
Hey, right, okay.
Professionalism.
Evening, welcome to the Pitstop Cup. We are doing this as a semi-serious event for week 13s. The Thursday of week 13 will feature this 90-minute race with the 15 minutes of qualifying that we're just launching into right now. We've got 4 rounds, one for each week 13 of the year. This is obviously round 1. This is season 1 because we expect this to carry on, and we're at Phillip Island. It's been a bit rainy, but we'll talk about that in a moment. We'll talk about what's on offer. So what's on offer? There's bragging rights. There is the opportunity to put your car onto the track if it's a TCR or a V8 with other TCRs and other V8s at the same time. So multi-class. Multi-class and multi-car, so there's 6 different cars. We'll go through that a little later for anybody that's brand new to it. We have trophies on offer for the top finishing TCR at the end of this 4 races. All 4 races are endurance 90 minutes. And one for the V8 driver who tops the charts at the end. And one for a team championship, although I've no idea how I'm calculating that just yet, because TCRs and V8s will gain their points in different ways. So yeah, 2 cars fundamentally different in every way you could possibly imagine. And I'm Pete Bingham, I'm joined in the booth, and he's on cameras, he's doing all the technical stuff and making it look wonderful. Sam Boosin, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Pete. Good evening, everybody.
So we are launching this as an interlude while we try and figure out the V8 ESC League for hopefully a season 17, and give the TCRs something to think about while they're making the way around the track for 90 minutes, because this is going to be a little bit interesting. Front wheel drive TCRs, rear wheel drive V8s. Significant difference in horsepower, like ridiculous difference in horsepower. Massive difference in top speed. Corner speed, I'm not so sure about, Sam. Is there still going to be a difference in getting around the turns?
Oh, it might be in some areas.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a big, massive V8, which is better in my opinion, but everybody can be wrong. All the guys that prefer TCRs, not calling names. I'm joking, obviously. Both cars are different, but yeah, no, I think you're gonna see some corners where the V8 might be way more powerful and we just pull out of the corner easier. But some TCRs are a bit more nimble and stuff. So like I think about the hairpin and stuff like that, and that might be easier in a TCR. You can brake a bit later as well because, well, lighter car and stuff. The V8, you do brake pretty early. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes, especially the first few laps when they're gonna be bunched up together.
Yes, they certainly are. I'll talk about that right when the guys are gridding, because that's worth talking about. But what we're going to do right now is talk about the weather, because it has been raining. There is a dry line forming. As the forecast goes, we may end up with some rain later on. I'm not going to say when, just in case the drivers are listening, even though they can check it themselves while they're on track. They won't be doing that. What have we got? 19 degree air temperature, 17 degree track temperature, humidity. No, it doesn't do humidity on that one, does it? We've got 310 degrees of something in the middle there, and not a great deal of gusts. This is Phillip Island, famous for its flying seagulls that usually take out MotoGP riders. But yes, we've got a very strong field in both TCR and V8s for this. 13, I think it was, or 14 in the end, V8 drivers, and I think 7 or 8 TCRs in the sign-ups. Not all available for racing this evening, which is fine. You know, real life takes over. But hopefully we'll see them later in the year. You're gonna have to wait for 3 months to see the second race. So get all your pit stop cup absorption on maximum, because it's going to be a little while before you see this series again, which makes it a long, a long anticipated league to be part of. I like the concept. It's there not to be too serious, although I know they will do, because there's trophies on offer. So who wouldn't want to put their hands on my wood, Sam?
Oh, definitely not me. But probably most of the people.
Okay. So we'll go on a lap with a mega fast driver. We're on board here with Simon Trendle. He's not the current reigning champion of V8s. That is Kenzie, who is behind him in the timing screens as we go into the last corner of this Phillip Island circuit here. Turn 12 onto Gardner Straight. He'll point it in the right direction and then squeeze the gas, get as much out of it as he can before he comes up to Dewan. In the very, very heavy wet, this is going to be a lethal corner. It's probably not that much fun in the car right now, even with a drying track, as he holds that inside line into Southern Loop. This is the corner that so many cars die on first laps in officials. It's like a wrecker's yard just on the right hand side just there. He'll straighten the car up, head his way over to Stoner, which is this left hand long, easy left-hander. A lot of these corners are named after motorcyclists because, they do a lot of motorcycling here. Miller is the corner we've just been around. We head towards Siberia. I don't think that's got anything to do with a motorbike, but never mind. I might be wrong. This is a tight left-hander. Third gear, he's holding that in. I thought that would be a second gear corner, but I'm a terrible driver, so we make our way through these long and sweeping S's towards Lukey Heights, which is the top of the hill, the highest point on the track. Hook that inside, because you're going to dip right down the hill here into turn 10. Hook that inside, keep it tight, and then on the gas he's catching up with his teammate. His teammate Jamie Wilson is in the Audi in the other class. And then back onto the gas, past pit lane entry, which is just on the left there, we've passed it. Took it into the inside, don't get on the curb too much, not in the V8 anyway. And then off you go, off for another lap, pretty efficient. Let's see what Jamie makes of it in the Audi. One of 2 Audis in the field that I know of. A much quieter engine, lovely bit of front wheel drive here. Through Dewan and into Southern Loop again. This is going to feel a lot more pedestrian. Well, maybe not. He's wrestling that. That thing's fighting back.
Yeah, the back looks like a V8.
It does, doesn't it? Is he in the right car?
I don't know.
Up towards Stoner. And there's going to be a V8 that absolutely comes hooning it past soon, his teammate, unless Simon pulled it up. And then into Miller, which is this one. Oh, it's twitching. Oh, no. We got... who's that behind? Rob Venn behind him. Right, okay. And then off to Siberia, not literally, as Bram takes the third place starting position up in V8. Jamie's currently got the third place start provisionally in TCR. Around these sweeping turns here up into Lukey Heights. Lots of early braking there. In the dry, you kind of let the topography take the speed out of your car. Lots of grit on the road there. Somebody's been off. Round the corner we go. Might have been the car in front, which I can't quite see who that is. Is it Andy Littler?
I think I recognize Andy's wheels. Yes.
Yeah, I thought I saw blue there. So we're catching up. Jamie might get a bit of a tow here. Enough to make a difference, maybe, as he peels off and passes that other Audi. And over the line he goes. And this is what we're waiting for, folks. We're waiting for crowded tracks like this. This is a... Oh, he's gone second. Jamie's gone second. Excellent work. Excellent work. So, yeah, good stuff from Jamie Wilson there. Renee in third in the TCR class. As Rob Venn gets caught up. You see that then? Jamie caught up with Rob Venn going around the corner, Sam.
Yeah, that's really interesting to see how different cars react to the track, and these are not a combo you see often. I don't think I've ever seen TCRs and V8 supercars on track at the same time. So that's gonna make it interesting. We're gonna see what happens. We basically don't know. We haven't tried it because why would we? That would be too professional from us to try anything before we put it on.
Exactly.
So let's just try and see what happens.
Yeah, this has got carnage written all over it, in my opinion, but it could be great fun at the same time. Evening to Nikolai Bogotyrev. I thought you might have jumped in on this one. But, you know, it's the Thursday night. Who knows what people do? They might probably have jobs and things like that.
What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know how people works. I don't know why. Is it mandatory to work nowadays?
It is for some of us that haven't won the lottery just yet.
Yeah, I wish I had.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, 8 in the session for TCRs, 14 in the session for V8s. So there's even more than I thought there were signed up. I must have not paid full attention. So a healthy grid actually, Sam. We've got 5 minutes of this remaining in terms of qualifying. I'm going to let you talk for a minute because my bladder has betrayed me and I need to go and do something else. Just for a minute.
Okay, let's go for it. It's also nice to see new names. I think about Marius, which is quite new to us. I personally have never seen him. He's also in a V8, maybe a new recruit for the V8 crews, which would be great. Racing for the J. Cole's Academy. Nice livery as well. I like that one. I think it looks pretty smart. What do you think, people on chat? You like the livery of the J. Cole's Academy thing? I think it looks pretty good. And who else is new? I don't see any other new name for us. Jake Blackhole, sorry, has been with us a long time ago. Well, apparently he's back in a V8 as well. It's gonna be interesting to see if he comes back for the V8 ESCV or if it's just the week 13 thing. But it's nice to see newcomers and guys that come back from a long time ago. Of course, Jay, you like it? Did you make it, or was it like you hired someone to do it? That's the question. But I think it looks pretty smart. Got a few people into J. Cole's Academy. Jalen in Scotland as well. In GCR. And I think there's a third one. But yeah, Chesney. Which is in the pit, so I'm not gonna be able to show it to you. But Chesney is also in the J. Cole's Academy.
Turn. Right, it's probably about time. Hopefully none of them are paying attention, although I know that some of them will be. To talk about the start, Sam. So Pete, being the pure evil person that he is, has put these guys on standing starts, which means that if anybody's ever started a V8 before off the line, it doesn't do necessarily all the things you want it to. So you point it in the right direction, you press the gas, and then what happens, Sam? It kind of thinks about it for a minute, doesn't it?
Well, it's slippery when it's not wet.
Yeah.
And you just throw ice in the mix, and then Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It is going to be fun because these TCRs, they launch really fast. And the guys at the front are very good at what they do. So Renee and Jamie and Wobbly and Carl there at the pointy end of the TCRs, I think are going to be they're going to be crawling all over some V8s, I think, which might be, well, it'd be hilarious for us watching, folks. That's why we're here, right? So yeah. Good point, Jay. If everybody watching, and there's quite a few watching now, can like the stream, that'd be great. Do the pit stop cup no harm whatsoever if you did. And then of course we've got 90 minutes, and they've got small fuel on board these cars. As Jamie Wilson gets the pole. Well, provisionally, of course. Other cars are on track, so the TCR fight is going on good and proper at the moment. Jake Blackhall is currently the provisional poleman for V8s, so but there's some fast guys still on track there. Kenzie and Simon still on track, and it's a long journey. This 90 minutes. Small tanks, yes. So 35% of a tank for the Audis, which means they're going to be visiting a couple of times at least to get more juice on board, and 45% for the V8s. Now Pete is not very good at maths, so Pete doesn't know how many times either of them have to pit. And whether that means that the V8s are going to pit before the TCR and therefore come out behind them and have to make their way through them at any point on the track, even when they've lapped them. It could have been if they do, you know. So this one's going to be it's going to be a new frontier. This, Sam, isn't it? We've no idea what's going to happen whatsoever.
Well, no. Why would we? Again,
Well,
it's not like we prepared everything.
welcome to BSTV, folks.
It's more fun like that for us, and it's a week 13 thing. It's to bring both communities of BSTV together, have some fun, meet new people if we can, as we have one coming back and one new, as I said. Just have fun together and enjoy the time. So why prepare? Just arrive and drive. I'm sure they did not, but arrive and drive.
Yeah. I mean, this is a standard race as well, so not a heat race. So they are going to be able to finish the laps that they're on, as Jamie's just done. But Renee has pipped him to that provisional pole. Renee's off the track, so it's left to Wobbly now. Is Wobbly still on track? And is Wobbly still doing good sector times? Yes, he is, because he's just crossed the line as the poleman for TCR, which leaves Simon Trendle and Kenzie to take it to Jake. But I think Jake is on a good lap as well, as Jeff Saunders moves his car from last to 9th. And here comes Simon Trendle. I don't know whether he's on a hot lap. What is Simon Trendle going to do with that? Oh, he's gone top! Oh dear, where's Jake?
It's not over yet.
No, it's not over yet. Here we go.
It is.
Oh, he's gone to the pits. It is now. They think it's all over. It is now.
So there's 5,000 points for the pole, right?
I thought it was 50. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Rene changed the setup and the fuel. Good job, Rene. Don't repeat what happened last time.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, well done. So, Kenzie wasn't able to get the car any more north than 7th, Sam. That's a surprise to me, given the fact that he's the current reigning champion of V8.
It is a surprise, but maybe he just arrived just before the qualifying start, and which is the case. We saw it arrived quite late, and maybe he hasn't practiced anything. So I wouldn't be surprised for Kenzie to move forward during the race, because he's gonna figure this out quite fast. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, cool. And we've not talked about what we're going to do. I'm going to extend gridding once it kicks in. Oh, who's that car? Oh, that's Jeff's. Oh, that's a lovely livery. I love that. Oh,
just before the timing ran out.
Oh, I reckon he'd have got pole with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you bring up the board, and as soon as somebody pops their car onto the grid,
can do it now. I don't have the permission to do it, so just.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. No.
Yeah.
So that should have extended gridding. Right, your pole man for V8s at least will be Simon Trendle for Team Chimera. Jake Blackhall will go off in second for Evolution Racing Team. David Burns will go off third for Hydro Race Racing Forces with Bob Woodhouse in fourth for NQR Europe. Fifth will be Pete Newman for Result X Pure Sims. Bram Dubois will go off in sixth for NQR Europe with Kenzie off seventh for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Michael Hall will go off eighth for Result X Pure Sims. Jeff Saunders will go off ninth. 10th will be Marius Hibmer for JC Academy. Right, that's Jay Corley's team, so we'll keep an eye on this and we'll talk about that later. 11th will be Rob Venn for BSTV Esports with Ivan Baumann in 12th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. And Woodward will go off 13th for NQR Europe. And PVG, Pete Van Gool, in 14th for Result Clothing. Some TCR drivers there in V8s. Wobbly will go off 15th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, but will be... no, he's not. He's BSTV, I think. Yeah, he's BSTV. I don't know why I didn't change that. We'll change that later. Don't worry about it. 15th, but pole for TCRs. Renee will go off second in TCR, 16th on track for Cutting Corny TCR team. Then will be Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera, then Jaden Scotton for JC Academy. Carl Hardy will go off 19th for... There we go. But Wobbly's now in BSTV. Thanks, Sam. For Safeguard by Result. Chesney Vandenbroecker will go off 20th and 6th in class for JC Academy. JB will go off behind Carl for BSTV Esports. And Andy Littler will go off 22nd for Work Guard by Result. That is a lovely standing. I need to go on to SDK, don't I? And do some stuff up here. I need to go local so that you can show the other grid. I go local. I go to Renee. I'm going to focus on Renee. We're going to watch... In the inset picture, folks, we're going to watch the TCRs. In the main picture, we're going to watch the V8s. As the lights come on... And let's see what these TCRs can do with some V8s back there. Oh, that's nice and congested. Oh, I'm loving this already, so... This is great. Oh, a bit of carnage. Everybody loves a bit of carnage. That's what puts the calm into carnage. Right, so... where's Wobbly? Wobbly's still ahead at the moment. We didn't have them dropping.
Simon's up. Simon's up.
Simon's gone. Simon's lost it. Oh, he's on the outside.
He's back on.
Oh, no, he's back on. That was a good recovery.
Yeah,
I have to say.
job,
and that is...
Yeah.
That's Wobbly that's gone wide. Wobbly's been caught in a trap.
Yes.
It's a trap. Yeah, he's busy gardening, I think. I think he's doing some gardening. He's back here at the moment. He's trying to make a challenge for himself. He knows it's a 90-minute race. Yeah.
Side by side with V8, that's just lovely.
It is. It's good. That's Jeff Saunders and Marius, I think. Marius Hibmer for JC Academy. That's Jake Corley Academy. That's his team that he's put in for the Pitstop Cup. There's some in the V8s and then there's some in the TCRs as well. As we continue to watch, Wobbly is busy making his way back through the field of TCRs. Renee has taken on the lead of TCR at the moment. He's still in your inset picture and is chasing down the back end. Oh, the 3 wide at the back. Whoa, look at that. That's Rob Venn, Ivan, and I think Pete Newman, who's just decided he's off.
Yeah, Pete Newman launched it on the inside, downhill at the end.
Yeah.
And just hit a little bit rough, but I mean, hip and shoulders, you know, it's fine in the V8 as long as the iRacing netcodes doesn't get involved. Yeah, they went a bit wide, was the position, but I mean, fair play going on and on.
Yeah, too right.
I'm sure they're having fun.
So we've got Jaden Scotton closing in on the back of Renee now, and Jamie Wilson in third at the moment. As the V8s start to sort themselves out. Michael Hall is dropping places. Why is Michael Hall dropping places? He's in a V8. Or he was dropping places. Oh, it's alright.
Does look alright to me.
Yeah, that might have been an SDK thing. Right, so Renee continues to lead the V8s as Pete and...
Yeah, the TCRs, but anyway. Oh, That is PVG off track.
It is. He's back on though. That's okay. He's last of the V8s at the moment, but that's fine.
I don't like the cameras at Phillip Island.
No, they're rubbish. I think two of them
they
are
need to
exactly
refresh the
same.
track.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, Bram is off.
Oh, he is. He's on the infield. Mind the tyres. Mind the tyres. Ooh. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Right,
that
okay.
smells like a tank slapper going off that corner.
Yeah. Yeah, he's about to get mobbed as well. He's about to get mobbed by a load of TCRs, I think.
And enter the pit. So I suppose he started with fuel, quali fuel.
Yeah, quali fuel for Ant Woodward. Or he's on a promise.
Or the wrong tires, because the track looks not that wet. But
You can bring up the tyres. Do you want to bring up the tyres and see what everybody's actually on? I would assume that they're all on...
can we show that?
Yeah, they're in the... If you scroll right down, there's a long column on the left-hand side of SDK.
Ah, yeah.
And tyre compound is at the bottom of it somewhere. Oh yeah, there we go. Everybody's on dries.
Well, yeah, that would have been nice to see before.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I wonder what that'll mean for if it starts to rain. Oh, Andy Littler gets himself a position there and puts Chesney to the back.
Yep. Pete, I propose you switch back to following me, and we're gonna focus on one camera now, so you can relax a little bit and just focus on commentating. There you go, Pete is off.
Roger that. There we go. Right, I am back in the room. Back in the room, folks. Right. Oh, Jamie, down the inside here, nearly of Jaden Cotton.
I don't know.
Me. Yeah, your leader at the moment, folks, is Jake Blackwell, but he's got no lead whatsoever, really. As BSTV cars find one another on track. David Burns is keeping Jake Blackwell absolutely honest. And really pressuring him, actually. It's very healthy from David Burns. Jamie Wilson pops out from the tow and the rain shower that is behind Jaden's car. That Audi is so good in a straight line. So good. It's just when it gets into a corner, it doesn't like it. Doesn't like corners. Oh, that's nearly save of the century. Nearly.
Jeez,
it is
man,
save of the century.
That is just absolutely. I have no words. That was just insane.
Jamie
I
Wilson,
think there's a small touch, which isn't a touch because
it's not a touch. That's solid air. If anything,
yeah, that's solid
that
air,
was yeah. Oh, that's a nice slow mo. Oh,
yeah, I know.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh yeah, don't get a wood. I think he managed to get that almost perfectly. He did get enough track, but that was pretty smart from Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he was chewing his seat there.
Most likely, yes.
So David is still with Jake at the front, so we've still got a decent race. Camaros 1, 2, and 3, and then a whole bunch of Fords behind that.
And if you want to see what it's gonna look like in a few laps when front guys catch back the TCR, and he's actually inside the TCR group.
He is, yeah. Because he's pitted the car once already. Don't know whether that's a tactic or he was on quali fuel. We'll say he was on quali fuel because that's funnier.
Yeah, quali fuel or wet tires when everybody started on dries. That's probably why he gained so many positions and then lost them.
Yeah, maybe.
Going to the pits. You know, it wasn't the proper choice.
Oh, what's going on here?
That's Bram trying to recover. He just went past Ivan and now he's listening Rob Van.
Yeah, but he's offline and he's on the wet stuff, so it's a bit slippy out there by the look of things. And he's about to get done again by Ivan.
Yeah, he's got a better line though.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, pin.
Ivan might get a bit of a squirt up to the back of him, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it, I don't think. Siberia's a horrible corner to try and do an overtake on. Although if Rob Ven's that far out, then he's inviting everybody, isn't he, really? Right,
and
so...
by traffic, which isn't really traffic, it's full position right now, but yeah.
Yeah.
and trying to win the TCR class by being in a V8. That's
yes,
one
he
way
is.
to do it.
And he's doing a good job of it, to be fair.
teammates together. Piece Newman, after he's off on the first lap, is trying to recover now.
Yeah.
It's nice to see these guys in V8 when they usually drive TCRs. Maybe it would give them the taste of the V8 and they will join the V8 grid.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
So, Michael Hall and Pete Van Gool. Pete Van Gool is a rear-wheel drive racer. The fact that he races in TCR is unusual, actually. So, he should be relatively comfortable in these absolute monsters. And they're doing a great job, actually, here, aren't they? They're mid-field at the moment, but I can see these two moving forward together. I really can. I mean, they race GT3s a lot. I mean, these are like unadulterated GT3s. These are an unbelievably wild version of that car. Rear-wheel drive, none of the assists that you get in GT3. Oh, no! Is that teammate on teammate? I think it may well have been. He stayed out the wall, so that's fine.
No, I think Michael just got the usual V8 spin.
On the gas too soon. Yeah,
exactly.
Ooh, and PVG did as well. So yeah, I mean these two racing in a car with no ABS, no traction control, no predictability whatsoever, as Michael Hall just evidenced. So you just think he stamped the gas a bit too quick, yeah?
I think that's the case, yes. And his teammate was right behind him and got caught up by.
Yeah. So, movers and shakers are on your screen right now, folks. Kenzie Newhoff up 4 places. Making his way to the front of that V8 standings. At the very, very front, Jake Hall has not managed to get away from David Burns. So, that might go on for quite a long time. Now, tyre wear, Sam. I don't know anything about V8 tyre wear. I know that the TCRs can probably go the entire race by changing tyres once maybe, and probably not at all. The V8s are not going to be able to do that, I don't think, are they?
Well, they will be able to do it, but good luck with the one trying. They're
you'd have to
going
be
to
mad.
the tyres and they're going to just change at every pit stop. As it is the case all the time with V8s. But they just eat through tyres like I eat through fries. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Wobbly just got the fastest lap of the TCRs as he makes his way back forward after his excursion off track at the very start. He was absolutely last. He's now 3rd, which is recovery central. Jamie, where you going, mate? Oh, mind out, there's Wobbly. I can't believe Jamie just let Wobbly through.
Yeah, me neither. I think Jaden has also been off.
Yeah, Jaden's a lot further south than I thought he'd be. Obviously, team principal Jake Hawley will have serious words for him later. Oh, here we go. What's this? Oh, this is going to be a turn 2 situation, I think. Same as Jamie Wilson. He's going to over-rotate, and then he's going to snap it back, and then he's going to cross from one side of the track to the other. I've never done this, folks, so that's why I'm, just predicting it from nowhere.
Sure. Nobody's done that ever.
Oh, dear. That is the line for all racers the first time they do Phillip Island.
Yes.
It really is. It really is. Nobody's immune to that.
If you're not doing that line the first time you go at Phillip Island, it's because you're not going fast enough.
Yeah, too right. So, where are we here? Well, this is Ivan chasing down Michael Hall. This is a very hot battle just off my SDK screen. So this is Jaden chasing down JB. JB's having a good race. It's very handy. Holy mackerel on the back of that Elantra there in memory of Bill Switzer.
Yeah. We were talking about the camera livery. Nikolai pointed that out earlier, that it looks pretty nice in the Mustang. One other thing I like about the camera paints is I'm gonna wait to see the move from Jaden. Oh, nice.
Oh no, crossed up from JB.
He scared him. He showed the nose and he went for it. Nice one, Jaden.
Yeah, that was a nice overtake.
It's this.
Oh, the Jamie Wilson number. Yeah.
It is simply mint, and I saw earlier on, if you look behind.
Yeah, it's there as well. Yeah.
Well, Jamie's done the camera for us, for the cameras, obviously, so he knows where they are placed. But it's pretty good, He knows where it is, and all the stuff. are well placed. Number 1 for Simon.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because he's not champion anymore.
No, but
and he's
you know,
186. I think that's a bit. Maybe they forget to have the delivery, but still,
yeah.
the detail is there, and I think it is something they think about that most of people don't, and
Yeah.
it makes them a bit more special, I think.
I think so as well. That livery on the Mustang, if you can look at the very front of it head on, you'll see BSTV just below the grille, and it's just a nice touch, you know. It's a very well. Oh, that's a really hot battle. That Pete Newman and Jeff Saunders. Jeff taking the defensive line here into Miller.
Yeah, but the defensive line is very wet. Remember, they're on dry tires right now, so.
Oh yeah.
They
may want to think. They may want to rethink dry tires in the V8s. Should it actually do some wetness? I'm just going to go and check the weather forecast independently of what you can see, because it does change throughout the race. Oh, those numbers that we saw before have gone, Sam.
Oh.
That 32% is now 1%. So I think
That's
we're dry. We're dry for the rest of the race. Well, unless it changes again, of course, because we are how far into this?
14 minutes.
14, right, okay. So we've got plenty to go. Just got to get back to my original screen. There we go. So hopefully the bad weather will come and spoil the party again. As Jeff covers Pete Newman in spray. Oh, Pete Newman's just said, I'm not having any of that. I'm going to take... Oh, no, Jeff, turn to the right. Right a bit. Careful. Easy. Oh, nice driving from Rob Venn there to, you know, make room for a returning driver. So, yeah. Well done to both, to be fair. We've not had any proper destruction crashes, which is brilliant. We've got a full field. Ivan's in the pits. Is he in the pits with getting tyres, or is he in the pits?
He's been in the pits for quite some time now.
Has he crashed or something?
I don't know. I see him under the pit, and I don't have anything else. So we might ask Ivan what happened. Because oh, that's not rigging himself.
Oh dear. And yes, we've all done that as well. At
Never.
that turn. Lie. Oh dear. Alan Toon says, feet up, single malt, backfire. Love it. Absolutely. Glad you're enjoying it. And Fee's on there as well. I'm surprised Fee didn't join this one, but, you know, she might have other things going on with her mum, with getting ready with the drum, things like that.
Yeah, I'm also on a single malt double cask.
Yeah. Let's do a comparison. Come on, Alan, what are you drinking? See if Sam can top trumpet after his excursion into the UK and up to Edinburgh to drink, well, some very expensive whiskey, wasn't it, Sam? It was good, yeah, it was wicked, that.
Yeah, it was so good. I've never drank something that good in my life.
Yeah.
Need to do that again. But
yeah, well, yeah.
we need to rob a bank first.
Save up for it first. Gee whiz. Yeah. Right, so where are we? Jake is starting to get himself a bit of a gap at the very, very front. With David Burns still giving him pressure, but he's 0.8 of a second behind now. They do look mean, these V8s, don't they? They look absolutely like they're just going to chew you up and spit you out.
They look perfect, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah. So, previous multiple champion of V8, Simon Trendle in 4th place, behind Kenzie Newhoff. So I think there's a fuel-saving strategy going on there, I reckon, Sam. Simon Trendle's good with his abacus, isn't he, in his sandbox? He's probably figured it out some way. And here we go. Carl Hardy versus Jaden Scotton.
Oh, geez.
Jaden's got that done. That's nice.
Nice one. I just read out Sir Ireland's message. Jeez. Yeah, I don't have that. I think it's a normal 4%.
Oh my.
one.
Glenn, what? Am I reading that right? All right, 60%, not 105.6. Oh, that's better. Right, okay, I'm going to Google that one later. Because do you know, Sam, that Sir Alan's done a professional whiskey tasting course?
Yes, we forgot about that. Yeah.
He's all on it. He's on it like a carb on it. Yeah. Right, here we go. So, Carl, trying to keep the pressure on the Honda in front of him. Not sure he's got it at this point in the race, though. So, and we've not seen anybody go peeling off to the pits yet. David Ayres is on Nescafe, 0%.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't believe that, actually. I think David's lying. Right, okay. This is a crowded bit of track right now. Is. Carl Hardy closing back in on the back of Jaden's car here. Keeping him honest at the moment and closing in on him a bit, actually.
Well, we do have a few battles going on. We
got
a
loads.
wonderful third in the V8 with Scandia and Simon, which
Yep.
is closing and gapping a little bit. Then we've got the battle for 7th with Jove, Marius and Bram, still
Yep.
in V8. And then we've got someone off track apparently.
That
Or
was
was
that
off
Pete
track and
Newman?
came back. Not sure who it was. I think it was Chesney.
Oh, right.
Maybe not. I don't know. But you can see they're starting to lap the TCRs, and
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's down the inside there.
this is where the fun begins.
Yeah. Define fun. Define fun if you're a TCR driver.
Showing them V8 boys how it's done.
Absolutely. So Jeff on that defensive line still, with Bram and is it Matthias? Oh,
Marius.
Marius Hibma. Sorry, new to me is Marius. So apologies, Marius. Even though it says it in the bottom right corner, my brain isn't functioning as per normal. Tony Clifton says,
about to say, but yeah.
Yeah, Tony Clifton is on the coke. That's harsh. Oh no, sorry, just a drink.
Yeah. I mean,
Thought he was rock and roll lifestyle. Yeah. Are you sure that's sugar? Really? What? David Ayres does not drink. How do you get through a week? What? Seriously?
So yeah, Jaden got a bit of an off track, I think.
Bit of an off track. Let's see. Oh,
yeah,
he's he's over rotated. Super hot tyres now. Cools him down on the grass though. It's wet out there. And hands over a position to the Pie Man.
Yeah, Bram's gone
Oh,
by
Jeff,
Jove, but
Jeff.
it's Bram's gone by both of them.
Yes, he has. I'm not sure what happened there. It must have been at the end of the previous lap. And that's why both of these cars, Marius and Jeff, are crawling all over him like a bad rash. It is wonderful watching V8s go around that corner. It just makes you grin from ear to ear. Oh, here we go. Marius knows what he's doing in a V8.
It definitely does. Let's go quickly watch the pass back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my word. Oh.
That was close.
It was. Right,
three
so
wide.
Three wide here.
3 wide inside turn 1. Jeez, they're crazy.
Yeah, none more crazy than Bram. I mean, got it stopped though. Got it turned.
Yeah, nice
All good
job.
stuff. Very good. Right then, Simon Trendle chasing down Kenzie, and he's right on the ragged edge there. Do you remember Foggy in the V8? Oh my God, he was obscenely good on this track. He sailed it round the outside of Johnny Brandon, and it was just one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, Michael in the pits.
Oh, all right, okay. We'll assume that that's a scheduled stop for fuel and tyres. Of course, the TCR guys won't be used to changing tyres, but Michael Hall and PVG in V8s, not TCRs, are used to rear-wheel drive cars, so they'll know what they're doing.
But the V8 is a really special beast because even in GT3s you might not want to change tires depending on track condition and stuff. But in V8 you definitely need you definitely need new tires.
Yeah, they're what we call threadbare by the time you need to pit the car. Right, anybody going to peel off here? No, everybody's back on the gas. Oh yeah, I thought he was going to go. That was Kenzie. Making a move on JB. Obviously, these guys race together in the V8 League anyway. We go. That sound is incredible.
It is
The sound that they've put into that in iRacing it makes you get goosebumps. It's just incredible.
You're gonna see soon. It does the same in real life.
yeah, awesome.
Honestly, they nailed it because I don't have a race car, but it's pretty darn close. I have to say.
Well, I look forward to that. Gets it slowed up. That's Jaden Scott, I think, in the distance there.
It is
next car to get overtaken by that pair of V8s. Obviously, there's already a couple gone through. Jake Blackhall and David Burns now 2 seconds apart at the front. So Jake absolutely making his way. Look at the speed difference. Look at it. Ridiculous. Kenzie is getting the better of the traffic at the moment, or rather where it is on the track when he meets it. And look at that. The TCR is quicker around the corners because it can rotate quicker. Look at that. Look at that. Brilliant bit of driving. We're on board with Jaden Scott and showing how it's done. Gets on the back of that V8. He'll get a tow for a little bit. Oh, no, he won't. He's gone.
When Simon can actually push the throttle, it's gone.
Yeah.
See ya, man. It's just insane the difference between the two. Yeah.
And look at what the V8's coming through the TCR field has done to the TCR field. There's big gaps formed now. They'll come back later. It's not an issue. They'll be racing like right to the bitter end. At the very end of the race, but right now with these V8s coming through, it's absolutely torn them up. And Cutting Corny fans, Renee is your race leader for TCRs over Wobbly, who's making his way back through the field after having a super wide excursion at turn 2 on the opening lap. You can see him in the background there. He is hunting him down. He is the fastest car on track as well. Here's Wobbly, there he is. Your current reigning champion of TCR Challenge Cup. He won season 20. Season 21 is already penciled in to start next Wednesday. And the video that Sam has created in order to advertise that was at the start of this broadcast. No, you said you didn't want me to say that.
If you want to watch it.
Sorry, it's on YouTube, yeah?
Yeah, it is on YouTube, obviously.
Awesome.
And I totally agree with Fee.
Oh, what's Fee said? I think the supercars should take Wobbly out and laugh at him. Yeah, that's right.
Neither of V8's in.
Oh,
interesting.
Drake is one of the first V8s to pit on schedule. Michael Hall and Ivan have already been to the pits. Nobody else has yet, I don't think. Now, there's going to be some fuel saving going on here. So Jake gunning it all the way from the start doesn't guarantee you a win in the V8s, does it, with these guys, Sam? There's some tactical drivers. Yeah, he's going to have to watch that someone like Simon or Kenzie doesn't put an extra 2 laps on him before they pit.
I know what David said.
He says, folks, that Jaden Scotton is rapidly catching Fatboy again. Who could Fatboy be? Carl Hardy.
Jeff and PVV in the biz for V8s as well.
Yeah. Right, that started the V8s session of pit stops. Now, I wonder how far the TCRs can go in this. I can't remember what the pit window is in a normal TCR race, and they race for 80 minutes anyway. What are you laughing at now?
Because it's not like last week was the last race we did.
No. Oh dear. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Right, PVG, still in the pits. I'm not sure whether he pitted a lot later. He's leaving now. That's fine.
David Byrne and Kenzie in the pits as well for the V8.
But Simon and Bob Woodhouse have gone again, so they're going to get 2 laps extra in this stint over Jake Blackhall. Which, if I was Jake Blackhall and I was paying attention, I'd be worried, if that makes sense. Because these guys really do have solar-powered machinery. The fuel-saving tactics are renowned now.
Nah, not this one. This one is not part of the solar panel forward.
No? Oh, no, there's no solar panel on that. It must be on the TCR. Oh, and here we go. Oh! Right, so that's... Who's that? Was that Jake Blackhall through?
It's PVG.
That's PVG.
And someone 1 lap ahead of him, so it's Bob Woodhouse.
Ah, okay.
On all the tires, obviously.
Yes.
So you can see PVG was behind him on the track, and now he's actually fighting him. Although he's 1 lap down, he
1 lap down,
seems to be a bit faster than him.
Yeah, he does.
Which nothing against PVG, but he's a bit slower than than Bob Woodhouse in the V8s, which makes sense. Bob is just a V8 whore. Sorry. But you know what I mean. So it's actually nice to see, that they can actually fight them. It's fun.
Yeah.
So Simon and Bob now are in the pits. So that leaves Pete Newman and Bram, which will probably come now. Yes. Obviously.
Yeah, I think that's the end of that fuel window. So I wonder if Jake Blackhall has got this right or wrong. He's obviously been full beans the entire time, whereas these guys possibly not. They're probably doing a bit of fuel saving to stretch it out for a particular pit window. Bram Dubois.
Yeah, maybe that. But he's on full purple sector right now, Jake.
Is he really? Right, okay. So he might have this in the bag.
On the last lap, though.
With a full tank of fuel, so through he goes as the track continues to dry out.
Oh, that's
look at that, racing forces. Oh my word! Ooh. Simon's not going to be too happy about that, I don't think, because that pops him back. Oh, he got out ahead of who is that? He's on track with there. Is that Jaden? Right, what happened here? What we're watching?
I'm just gonna watch the exit of the pit lane.
Right.
Because I think it was pretty close to either Racing Forces car coming by. Nah, it was.
Yeah, camera angle from before
made it look worse on the camera
closer.
angle. Definitely.
Yeah. As we watch Marius and Michael going door to door, Marius gets the better of that one. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, and very respectful as well, which. Yeah, it's great to see, honestly.
Yep. I mean, plenty of room given, but, still competitive.
Look at the best lap.
Whoa. Oh my god, that is... What? Am I reading that right? He's almost a second faster.
Well, he's almost a second faster than Kenzie. It's 6/10.
Holy crap on a cracker.
Yeah. So,
and now what's
watch the fuel, though.
Yeah, what's happening in TCR? Is Wobbly not pitted yet?
No. He's
no, right, okay.
Oh, and Chesney as well needs to pit. Well, hey, here I call it.
There we go. Right on target, right on time. Chesney.
Thank you, Chesney. You'll make me look professional.
Yeah. Chesney also part of the JC Academy. Here comes Wobbly. Can't figure out where he's on track. Siberia, maybe?
He was, yes.
Yeah, cool. Top.
Going back to the battles of track, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Who wants to watch Wobbly?
Going around.
No. So this is Bram closing in on the back of Jeff. Still some moisture on the track. I'm going to go and check the weather. Because I'm desperately praying for... Oh, man. No rain. It's just like Blind Melon, this. Wonder if anybody gets that music reference.
I did not know that. Sorry, I was looking at what David said and I then watched to SDK what happened. And Carl actually made a 46-second pit stop where all the other were about 20-25 seconds. So definitely a longer pit stop for Carl. That's why there's so much difference between him and Jaden.
Right, okay.
But I don't know why.
Yeah, I do like Jeff's paint scheme. I think that's very smart.
Yeah, it does look great. Yeah. I can see it in BSTV colors with a BSTV on the side, but
yeah.
So it's what
now,
I'm saying.
TCR is making room for the V8s. I didn't think I'd see that so much, but I suppose it's going to be a feature. And the speed difference is astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah. That kind of make me want to raise those. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, who was that spinning?
That's Bram.
Oh, is that Bram?
And everybody managed to avoid him.
Oh, no,
except Rob.
No, they didn't. Except Rob.
And I think Rob got the worst of it.
Yeah, I definitely think he got the worst of that. So there's 2 V8s going to the pits. Oh, one's reset. Okay. Let's have a look at this. So he was hot into the bottom of Lukey Heights.
Curb,
then just gets... Oh, Jaden was so lucky. Right, and then he's come back onto the track and then stopped thinking, oh no, there's a car coming, and then... Yeah.
I think Rob saw him coming by on track and thought, well, he's gonna go, and then...
Yeah, so just... Communication...
Maybe Carl changed tires. Good call, David. I don't know how long it takes and if it's doing it at the same time for the TCRs, but maybe that's what happened.
Well, it might be worth on this track changing the fronts on a TCR because they'll get scrubbed really heavily. So much turning left on this track at speed.
Yeah, there's not much right.
There's not, is there? No.
There's the first corner, there's the airpin where we are, then
that's
the
good
other
way.
airpin.
Oh no! All the V8s are going on to a little bit of a rodeo at the minute. So Bram has gone to pits. Still ahead of Ivan at the moment, but Ivan is on... Oh, is that a car off track? Yeah, that's Rob.
I think it's Rob, yeah, I think.
Yeah. Someone just joined us.
Oops.
What have you done?
Oh, yes!
What have you done?
Oops.
This is Wobbly in the chat, by the way, folks.
Why are you doing
Or it was. He's in the pits.
What's in the pits?
I don't know. Has he got a crash?
I don't have anything showing.
Right, he's leaving the pits. Has he not filled the car on his pit stop?
Maybe he went... Oh, maybe he got a penalty.
Oh. How do I see that? I don't know.
Clueless.
I don't know what's going on. But he said oops, so he's obviously made a boo-boo.
Well, I see he made a boo-boo. Just give me a sec.
Yeah.
So quickly, what happened?
So I didn't practice the pit entry.
Yeah, okay. So you're bad. Okay, thanks. See ya.
That's a way to do it, but I mean, I was doing fine to be fair.
Yeah.
I did get hit too hard in the first corner though.
What? Yeah. You got hit, did you?
Yeah, I think that Rene had a slide and just hit my rear.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. As long as he hit you and nobody else. And can you still win it though?
I think that's a tough one now.
Okay,
if I'm completely honest.
Okay.
I think
if you want to give up, that's up to you.
I think a podium is still on the table.
Right. Okay.
Well, good luck for that. I'm gonna switch you back.
I'm doing sprint tactics.
See ya.
Oh dear, funny.
Yeah, it's for fun, you know. So I thought, why not bring him in? Let's go. While you're watching the great battle for P2 right now.
I know, yeah. This is hot. So at the moment, Jack Jake is miles ahead of this battle. He is 8 seconds ahead of Kenzie, David, and Simon. Kenzie doing Kenzie things, making his way through the field quite rapidly in terms of V8 worlds, up 5 places. Now, I'm interested to know how this whole fuel strategy business will pan out for the V8s at the end of this race. Jake's obviously gone off like a rocket with a lead right foot, but is that the right tactic? Oh no, that's Marius, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's spun it. He's not hit anything though. His car looks perfect. So, let's see what happened here. Into Miller, which is a corner that gets many scalps. Going to be on the gas and loop it. Yes, he is. I've never done that, Sam.
No, me neither.
Oh dear. Oh, that's very close to the edge. Oh dear. I did wonder about Kenzie getting too close to the edge there, but he is the current reigning champion of V8. He'll know what he's doing. Simon might get a bit frustrated, I guess, unless he's on a fuel strategy. No, he's going down the inside here. He doesn't want to get Kenzie too far away from him. Down the inside he goes. Look at the control, Sam.
Yeah, you see why these guys are champions, you know.
You're too right. I mean, good
David
grief.
is freaking fast. Like we saw it at the end of last season of V8. And, man, he just passed him like he was... I'm not going to say a roadblock because that wasn't the case, but the move was so well executed. You just don't see from nothing against them because I'm bad at them. The guys at the back, it was just so well executed. No, he's sideways. Thank you, Simon. Make me die now.
Yeah, that's called being on the edge of grip. That's what that is. And it looks like we've lost Bram. Bram's decided it's enough, and he's out of the car.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see what happened. He's probably feeling bad about what happened and decided to pull out. Which
maybe,
honestly, Bram, come back, finish the race, please. Shit happens. We all make mistakes. Oh.
At this rate, Wobbly's going to beat you, and nobody wants that, even though he's in a different class. Right, so this is going to be a hot battle that's going to go on for quite a long time. We're 40 minutes into a 90-minute race, so those of you bad with maths, 50 minutes left on the clock. Chris Jackson says he's listening from the car. Hello.
Oh, and Simon trying to pull exactly the same Kenzie like did the lap before.
This
on
might
the
not
inside
work.
of the hairpin.
Yeah, he's going to push him to the left to hold him there for Siberia.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to go around the... I don't think he's going to do this, because the Siberia corner is Kenzie's. There we go.
And you see the difference between last season champion and a guy that was up there in the standings.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to take away David's capabilities, but these two are one step further.
They are in a different class. They really are.
But one is in different class. He's off.
yeah, too right. This is Jake Blackhall, who is Evolution Racing, I think it is. So he's away to the races. And then in the TCRs at the moment, I'll run through their field for you. So Renee leads this race. All Cutting Coney fans, stop what you're doing. Put your knife and fork down. This is what you want to be watching. As Simon is putting mega pressure onto Kenzie. If these guys are fuel saving, Sam, then I think they must have parked the fuel saving for a while whilst they try and sort this out, because you can't get much between those two cars.
I'm not sure there's fuel saving going on right now.
No, me neither. So second in class in TCR, 8 seconds behind Renee is Jamie Wilson. Then Jaden Scotton is 16 seconds behind Jamie Wilson. Then a little gap back to JB, who's hunting Jaden down. And then Wobbly on his second recovery drive of the evening. I mean, they get through past those TCRs way faster than I expected them to, even for me, and I've driven both cars. I've never driven them on the same piece of tarmac though, Sam, so you don't really truly appreciate it, do you, until it is right there in front of you.
There, that's better.
Yeah. That blimp cam for a minute ago was from the moon.
Yeah, that was a bit too far, I suppose. So
Yeah.
I did zoom in a little bit, so
Yeah.
it does look a little bit better.
Yeah, these two are dropping, David, now, aren't they? Ever so slightly each lap.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Ever so slightly.
And Simon hauls himself back onto the boot lid of Kenzie going into at the end of all these straights. Whoa!
Trying to go for the outside.
I think he was caught out by Kenzie's braking point. But the control that Simon's got of that car is immense.
Man, that sound is just giving me shivering again.
Yeah, it's just incredible. Oh, twitch from Kenzie. And these two racing like this, and David's caught up with both of them. It's just letting Jake get a bigger gap. He's now up to 10-second lead. 10-second lead. That little touch. Yeah. That little touch on the paint scheme, folks. You can see it there. The BSTV just below the grill. Just little touches like that make all the difference. Simon's going to get a bit of a cut back and then a better line into this next bit, but it's not going to do any good because there's no overtakes there. He may end up going a little bit wider into the next one, which he has done, and then cut back a bit sharper and get a better run. This is on. This is on now. This is Simon's best attempt that I've seen. It's his best build-up for the corner. Kenzie's on the wet stuff. Simon's going to have a better grip. Is he going to do a foggy round the outside? No. So, round they go again. David Burns is with these guys now, Sam. He's not been dropped at all.
They've been fighting quite hard the last lap though.
Yeah,
So
they have, yeah.
It does help you to catch a little bit. But teammates going up on front with Ivan being lapped.
Yeah, having a lap down. Or well, he already is a lap down because Jake's obviously been through here 11 seconds ago.
Yeah. Ivan with an issue earlier on in the race, so he's a bit further back than he should.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But will he play a role helping his teammate? Knowing Ivan, he will try to stay away from this as much as he can. Well, you never know.
Yeah, he's a very considerate racer.
He's gonna stay.
He will always live in legend, though, on that Le Mans race, that endurance race where
yes,
his lights were shot out.
That granted him his nickname as Ivan
Batman. Yeah.
Letting everybody through. Nice work, Ivan.
Yeah, very nice. I find this very odd that the Mustang has the lights on at the rear, but the Camaro doesn't.
And the Camaro does have the front light on, and the Mustang does not.
Oh yeah. What the hell? Oh, here comes Wobbly on his teammate. So, half a second behind JB with the overall race leader. Not that there is one really. The V8 race leader is right behind. Straightens the car up, and so there's lots and lots of TCRs. Will Jake just decide that he's having this as the TCR and the V8 go door to door with one another? Look at that. The TCR is mint.
The corner.
Yeah, TCR is fantastic. Gets a little flashy lighty for well, basically racing quickly. There's not much more you can say about that.
Yeah,
Wobbly's done what he needs to do. Yeah, they're in different races.
That's incredible. The difference between the V8 and the TCR, and now you see the grunt of the V8 just kicking in.
Yeah, you'll absolutely smash him down here.
Get off my way.
Yeah.
Should have punted him, but anyway.
Gets a flash back for his troubles there. Look at the gap that he's got already by the end of the straight.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how will this play out after the next pit stop. If Jake will have to do a third one, maybe not.
Yeah.
Or if he's just going all out and just showing off. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
so
we'll know in 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what's left. 42 minutes are left of this race. Simon gets it crossed up. You don't want to be doing that in a V8. That'll just heat your tyres up too much. But no, Wobbly is now 8 seconds behind a podium position after having 2 events in this race. One getting a pit lane penalty on the entry, on a drive-through or a stop and go. I don't know which one it was. And also at the end of during turn 2, he got a nudge from Renee as Renee was on the wet stuff.
Simon just entered the drift competition.
Yeah, he's letting the back end get out a bit too much, I think. And he's letting Kenzie get away because those tyres are now hot. He probably needs to get offline and get on some of the wet bits to cool them down, I would suggest. But you probably don't want to do that in a V8. That's a tactic for other cars, probably. So Kenzie starts to pull away. David Burns starts to pull onto the back of Simon Trendle's car. And David's no stranger to driving the car fast, that's for sure. We're on board with Carl towards the lower order of TCR. Chasing down Chesney, Vanderbroeke. Catching him quite rapidly. Oh, and Kenzie has just lost positions.
Yeah, I just saw that, and he's losing gaps, a lot of gaps.
And Jake has
Blackwell as well. Jake Offstrike. Oh, geez, everything's happening at the same time.
We're gonna have to watch some of these as replays, definitely.
Let's go watch what happened to Jake. So he's on his own right now. Still
heading towards Siberia, I think. Yeah. Oh, and then wow! Oh, that is a massive change of direction. You don't get tank slappers in cars. You only get that in bikes. And then what happened at the other end? What happened to Kenzie? Where is Kenzie on the track?
Going to Miller's hairpin.
Oh yeah, Miller.
He just overcooked it.
Wow, straight on for Kenzie. So
yeah, that is really interesting.
That shuffled everything up, and Jake's gone to the pits.
Yeah, if he's done twice the same time, about 25 minutes, I think he's gonna be short.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, I do.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Sorry, basic maths. Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's got almost 40 minutes, 38 minutes to go.
And everybody else is going to get... Pits. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens with that. At the minute, David Burns is piling on pressure onto what is now your V8 leader, Simon Trendle. Kenzie is closing, though. There's Kenzie, and that's Wobbly right behind him. Renee is still your TCR leader. He's got a comfortable 8.5 second lead at the moment. There he is, bossing it in the Civic. Jamie is 8 seconds back down the road, just joining that straight in that Audi. The Audi's strong here. And then another 27 seconds back gets you to Jaden Scotland for JC Academy, J. Corley Academy. Don't forget to sign up to J. Cole's YouTube channel. He does all sorts of stuff, wrestling stuff and track guides and his own racing. There's all sorts going on there. There's something for everyone, I think. So go and enjoy yourself on J Cole's YouTube channel. Through go a whole bunch of V8s as they put yet another lap onto the TCRs. Don't forget these cars aren't obviously in competition with one another. They're sharing the track for this Pitstop Cup that we've put on. There's a week 13 event, 4 times a year is one season, and this is race 1. We're gonna have a drop
time
week.
to sign up.
Yeah, are we gonna have a drop week, do you think?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe we
I think we
could ask
probably
the
should.
community.
Well, maybe, yeah. I think we
we
probably
should because it's a week
Yeah.
30 thing, and maybe nobody will be available all the time.
Exactly,
by the
that's
way,
what I was
it
thinking.
does cost a lot of money to register. It's
Oh,
basically free.
Diamond Trendle!
And if
Oh my
you
god.
want to give some money, you can, but it's not mandatory to enter. So it's free for you if you want to join.
Yeah,
And
technically
if you
free.
want to help out the BSTV community, you can give some money on our PayPal account, obviously. But no requirement to do that. So what are you waiting for? Just join in, pick a car, and join.
You got 12 weeks of practice, folks, because you've not raced this one, so you got plenty of practice for the next one. I'll go and find out where the next one is because even I've forgotten. Schedule.
Yes, me too.
So we're at Phillip Island, just in case you weren't paying full attention. Round 2 is going to be on the September the 11th at Long Beach Circuit, and round 3 is going to be on December the 11th at Mount Panorama Circuit, Bathurst, and round 4, the last race of this season in inverted commas, will be at Cadwell Park Circuit on March the 12th.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's going to be brilliant and hilarious all at the same
Can't wait
time.
to see that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So new track to the iRacing service, but equally one of my home tracks. Really, it's only an hour and a half away from my house.
Need to do a track day there. Just say.
Yeah. If you're on a motorbike, it makes more sense.
They do it for cars as well. Come
They
on.
do, but it's not built for cars, in my opinion. It'll be hilarious watching this lot go around it.
I don't have my bike license yet, so it's gonna happen soon. One day.
Right. Oh, the weather. Oh no, I thought the weather had changed. The weather has got better, as in sunnier and drier. So the rain that was supposed to arrive in 32% chance is now 0% chance all the way through. So we're going to go dry racing for the rest of the race. Simon Trendle leads by basically nothing at all in the V8s over David Burns. And then Kenzie is in 3rd at the moment, half a second behind his teammate. Bob Woodhouse is in 4th. And there's a big gap though to him, so it's 8.5 seconds, nearly 9 seconds now for that NQR Europe car. And then Pete Newman is in 5th for the Result X Pure Sims Mustang. Doing brilliantly well in my opinion, Sam, given the fact that he's normally a TCR driver, for us at least.
I was about to say he's the first of them all. I'm not gonna count Jake Blackwell because he was up there and then at some kind of off and he's already 2 pit stop in, while the other are not.
Yeah.
But Pete is actually the first one of them all, as I said, and especially the TCR guys like PVG, Michael Hall. So it's pretty good. I think for Pete Newman, definitely shows that he should be signing up for V8 when he has the occasion.
Yeah, absolutely. He's obviously fitting into it brilliantly. TCR's got quite a lot of gap. Oh, hang on. David has gone to pit road. Reached the end of his fuel window. Pete Van Gool has also dropped in on the same lap. And in TCR, we have Jaden Scotton making his way around again in third. Fourth is Wobbly. Wobbly is catching him rapidly in that Veloster. Renee is still your TCR race leader, so Cutting Corny fans will be elated at that. And Jamie Wilson has got a lot of work to do if he wants to win the race. He's 10 seconds behind, but you can never, ever count out Team Chimera cars for fuel saving and race tactics, things like that. I don't know whether you can fuel save as well in the Audi, because you need to absolutely boot it down all the straights. So in order to maintain whatever advantage you can at that point. Fee says she grew up 30 minutes from Cadwell. Right, okay. Very good. It must be either a Lincolnshire lass or a Nottinghamshire one.
I don't know what you're
Or
talking
Yorkshire.
about, but if you say so.
Or Yorkshire it'll be, won't it? It'll be Yorkshire. Oh, that's a good pit lane entry. It's a bit sketchy on the end. Oh, right, okay, we've sorted it out now. So Kenzie into pit road. Very, very nicely done. If that was all within the rules, then that was about perfect. Right on the ragged edge, that's what you want. But never over the ragged edge. As we've just joined Marius.
Yeah, I tried to do
Jeff.
pit lane entry and pit lane exit, but I completely missed it. So anyway,
okay.
I switched to the wrong car, but it's fine.
So Marius back on the gas. And back out again for Kenzie. Oh, that's just... It's like someone tearing sheet metal, isn't it? It's just brilliant. That sound.
Yeah, it does. It does sounds amazing.
So here's Jake now closing right in on Pete Newman. He is mega fast, Jake Blackhall, isn't he? As you corrected me the other day, he's been with us before.
That Pure Sim livery just
Smart, isn't it?
honestly
Very
looks
nice.
good as well. Yes.
Yeah.
I've had a few look around it, and it honestly looks pretty good. Done a pretty good job about it. Simon and Bob are in the pits now, so that's everybody except Pete Newman, but I expect him to be in the pits on this lap as well.
Yeah, definitely. So it'll be interesting to see where Kenzie is as Simon exits pit road.
Simon's still stationary.
Right, okay. Kenzie is just entering into the last turn 12.
Oh, Pete Newman's got a new
Pete
link.
Newman's
That's
gone
interesting.
again. Yeah.
Oh, wrong camera, sorry. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Right, so there's
That's Simon on
Simon.
the right.
And that was Kenzie and Pete.
Yeah, they are
So
ahead.
they are
Simon.
ahead. Yeah.
That's the undercut for you boys.
Absolutely.
And David Burns as well.
Oh yeah. So Simon's got his work cut out if he wants to win here. Jake, I assume Jake has got to pit again, whereas the rest, I think, might not have to.
You're definitely correct. Well, Chesney has got... Ivan has got... Nah, Ivan is in the wrong category. Andrew Littler is 2 pits in.
Alright,
So
okay.
So is Jaden, but that's it, yes.
Yeah, okay. Jaden, yeah, he's down the order now from where he was. He was in third, I think, at one point. So is he just out of the pits?
He is just out of the pits, yes.
Aha,
that is
right,
correct.
so he's probably the first of the last pit stoppers. Because I had no idea how any of the... I left them on the same fuel they would be on for 80-minute endurance races in their respective leagues. just to see what had happened. So, I mean, it's working out quite nicely, to be fair. The TCR standings are a bit separated, but that happens, doesn't it, Sam? With the slower class of car, they get chewed up, don't they, when the fast class goes through, and you get some gaps building. I thought they'd come back together, but they really haven't yet.
Yeah, interesting comment by Tony. I think
Oh.
Jake and Kenzie and David Burns still have to pit again. Maybe
Yeah.
that's just a splash of fuel, but they pitted before the 1 hour mark, which would make me think Tony is correct. But we'll have to see. Maybe they can save some fuel. I don't think Jake will be able to because he pitted too early, 40 minutes before the end, and nobody has been able to do that. And the most we've seen is people stretch the fuel. It's just Pete Newman that is just been to the pit, and that was like 32 minutes of fuel. So it might be doable for Kenzie and David, but that involves a massive save of fuel.
Yeah.
And it's not certain they will be able to do it. So
No,
it's really going to be interesting.
Yeah, lead TCR. Oh, I was just going to say lead TCRs are in. Renee and Jamie Wilson just pulled in right behind him, literally the box behind him. So this is going to be an interesting one as Jamie watches Renee disappear into the distance now. Bye, Renee. See you in a bit. See you in Parc Fermé, maybe. Jamie in gear, but he's going to be 10 seconds behind him on the road if it was like it was when he went in. Wobbly through, but Wobbly's got a pit again, I think.
Indeed, yes. And I think Tony should join us as a consultant in the booth.
Yeah, he should, yeah.
Because he actually knows the numbers.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue. Oh, that was door-to-door stuff between TCR and V8 there as Jake went round the outside. The inside of Jamie Wilson.
Simon got the fastest lap of V8's last lap round.
Really? Wow.
1:30.7, so now he's flat out trying to make it work.
Yeah, well, these two really don't have to try that hard in terms of overtaking Jake. They've just got to watch out for each other, I think.
Oh, that sun glare is just amazing.
The graphics, honestly, they're brilliant now.
But I wouldn't say brilliant on the news track. On the news track, yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, with the fully rendered tracks, yeah.
Yeah, Phillip Island is sadly a bit updated. Hopefully, they will do some updates soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really think that's gone a long way since 2016 when I joined the first time.
Well, I joined it in 2013 when you still had landmines on oval tracks. I think you had them on race tracks as well, as in road circuits. Did you ever encounter landmines on iRacing or not?
One. And I don't remember where, but there was one. I think I remember that, but I don't know which track it was. That was a long time ago. Right.
Well, if you've got any landmine stories, folks, for those of you that do race iRacing, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. It's when you were driving on a perfectly flat bit of tarmac, and then all of a sudden it wasn't perfectly flat anymore, and you bounced about 16 miles in the air, your car fell apart, and that was the end of your race.
Yeah, I think the one I'm thinking about was actually on a curb, and that is actually proper racing.
Yeah, the ones I'm thinking of were just on the tarmac. I mean, they were brutal. Motorsport Turn 4, absolutely, absolutely. Oh dear. Just as you were turning into that one, there was a landmine on the inside of the corner.
I would say, I'm sorry TCR folks, I'm not focusing at all on your battles, but there's no battles going on. So.
I think you'd be forgiven, although Wobbly is now in second again. I think he owes us a pit stop. So he and Jamie Wilson are very, very close together, 3 seconds apart. Let's see what Simon can do here in double toe situation. I don't think double toe is a thing in iRacing yet. I just don't. There's Renee. He is your TCR race leader at the moment. He's just been overhauled by the pointy end of the V8s. Ivan into the pits. Pete Newman is out of the race, Sam. Did we know that?
Well, apparently just been out now.
Like right now, right? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't think I'd seen it. Right. Okay. Odd.
He left pit lane and then he's out. So what happened?
Oh. I don't know. Maybe it's on an event somewhere. Simon tries to go around the outside of
He might
Kenzie.
be disconnected, so I don't know what happened.
Okay. Simon's really giving this some chat now. He's having a good go at this. He's choosing different lines to try and work a potential overtake on a future lap. You can see what he's doing. Renee is getting caught very, very quickly by Wobbly, but that's because of the fuel difference as Simon crawls into the boot lid of Kenzie. Look at the car control, it's obscenely good. From the pair of them, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Honestly, I can only dream of stuff like this.
Although, funnily enough, I still haven't driven these cars.
Right.
Yeah.
I've
I'm
driven
my wheel to be back.
Right. I've driven the Camaro and I wasn't very good at all. I spent most of my time spinning around as they all go hooning past. Is that Jaden?
Jaden. No,
Yeah.
it was no. It wasn't Jaden.
Oh, it's Chesney.
It was Chesney.
Yeah.
It was a J. Cole's livery, but
Yeah. It's the red one, not the green one. The other one's green.
so PVG is making his way through TCR traffic.
Right.
As the battle for P2 is raging on, but what we think would be battle for P1 and maybe even Simon getting the win, depending on Kenzie's fuel.
I think that Kenzie and Simon are probably on exactly the same strategy.
Well, not if you read Tony's comment.
True. Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. We're gonna have the answer in 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really interesting to follow. Michael all dives into the pits again. That's gonna be the third stop for Michael.
Right. So he didn't manage to stretch it out, but he had a bit of a to do a bit earlier, didn't he? No, he didn't. No, that was Pete Newman. Right. Okay.
Yeah, he had some spins.
Yeah.
Let's face it, but honestly, I don't know if it's his first time in the V8. If it is, honestly, good job.
Oh, without doubt. I mean, even
and
racing
even if it's
at this
not,
level.
he's probably not doing as much V8 as these guys are doing on screen.
True.
Because they probably live for V8. I don't know, maybe something like that.
I mean, I suppose we got to remember this is Northern Hemisphere V8s, so some of the ultra fast are Australian races, aren't they? Because they race this as part of their diet. But these guys could easily take it to any of them, I think. Especially these two on screen right now. Absolutely crackers fast, these two.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember which drivers of the actual V8 ESC community from Europe. I mean, obviously the Austrian ones, like Vincent. They have actually raced in scopes.
Yeah.
All the guys following V8 for that racing know what V8 scope is. It's basically the highest level of racing in Australia doing V8 cars. I don't remember if it's Kenzie or who it was, but I know some of the guys have been qualifying for the top split in those races. So they're actually quite up there in terms of level.
You have to
know
be
what you're
like,
facing when you come around.
yeah, you have to be married to Scops, if you know what I mean, because you have to do like several layers of qualifying and where you finish in preliminary races. Ooh, David Burns has dropped a position to Bob.
Yeah, I think David is saving fuel to finish the race on that stuff.
Really? Yeah, that would make sense.
Because he dropped 11 seconds. That's a lot. He was in touch with Kenzie and Simon.
He's about to get overtaken by Chesney. So yeah, let's. We should show some pictures of Renee. He is leading the TCRs, and he's monstering it at the minute down the start-finish straight. 10 seconds, nearly 11 seconds ahead of Jamie Wilson, who will be at the other end of that straight, I'm pretty sure, if we switch the camera to him. And then Wobbly has pitted again, as he needed to, and has still come out in 3rd place, but he's 15 seconds behind Jamie Wilson for 2nd. So a bit of a lonely drive for some of these TCR drivers in terms of their own class, as Jaden Scotton is there in the green liveried JC Academy car in 4th place. JB DeJay in 5th there, coming down from Lukey Heights, tucks it in. He's had a solid performance. He's got a 4-second lead over Carl Hardy, who must be at the top of Lukey Heights. No, he's at the bottom of it now, and coming round the last couple of turns. No, that is Lukey Heights. Yeah, he's over the top of Lukey Heights. So work to do for the Pie Man, and then Chesney Vandenbroeke just got lapped actually by class leader Rene Earhart, and then Andy Littler is currently dropping into the pits for his final stop. And now we are back with where the racing is closest, which is Kenzie and Simon. Jake, I still think, has a pit stop to make. Now, if he comes out and he's filled the car, I think he's going to end up being 5th place, which means that, well, it depends on what your prediction was for David Burns, actually, Sam. If you're thinking that David's got fuel-saving issues. I'm not sure what's going on there. 1.5 seconds is Jake's lead, but I don't know what that does to his overall standings, because his standing, I should say, because we think he may have to pit. Nobody else has got a single landmine story on the chart, surely. I mean, I remember Michigan, I think it is, oval. I could barely do a lap round there without finding a landmine at one time. One of the super speedways like Talladega, I'm pretty sure, had one on the back straight. Not like Pete Newman, not like me to have an issue in the pits. Oh yes, Jake Hawley. Road Atlanta used to have one, a beautiful one after the S's. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, as you turned left and headed down towards the bone end of the pork chop, that one used to get me. All these things that we remember, folks, it's what makes this community so strong, because you can reminisce about all the ridiculousness that used to be. As Simon Trendle has a real long stare at Kenzie, and he's going to try and make this work. He's tried this about half a dozen times or more, and not managed to make the outside line through Miller work. Siberia is not a corner that you should even try, unless you're going to stuff it down the inside on a send. Straighten your car up and spit it towards Lukey Heights here. JB ahead, getting overtaken in there by Jake Blackhall. To get a lap put on him. Look at that, the way that glass looks so realistic in the bottom of your screen there, folks. The graphic detail that iRacing provide now is so high. Look at this. Look at the V8s go. And the TCRs just need to be so aware of them, don't they?
What happened to Jake Blackwell?
He's gone to the pits for his final stop. Oh no! That is a very messed up car.
Oh no, I feel.
We're gonna have to see that. Has he done that on pit lane entry?
Oh yes.
Has he?
Oh, I think he did.
I may have hit the outside wall at pit lane entry here before. Oh, that's a
the
lot of
grass.
extra grass.
Oh, but that was good.
That was okay. So what? Eh?
Oh,
Oh
no.
my! You are joking.
What
He
the-
came off his pit limiter. He had his foot down and he came off his pit limiter.
That is, yeah,
That's odd.
yeah. That's really odd.
Oh, and he's out of the race. He's out of the race. He's exited the car. So Pete Newman and Bram probably should have carried on driving.
Oh, most definitely.
And Alan says, classy driving under pressure from Kenzie. You are absolutely not wrong. Look at the behaviour of Simon's car. He's giving everything he can right now. The back end is stepping out. That is just a ferocious sound.
It's, yeah, it's insane how good it sounds. Yeah. Oh.
Ragged edge is the only way you can describe this.
I think Tony's right. Simon is pressuring him to use fuel. Because he
Oh.
knows he's got an advantage on that. Oh, there's a TCR.
Oh my
a slow
god!
TCR car.
Oh my god! Code Brown in Pete's seat right now. I need to go and change my underpants.
Oh, that's the wrong camera. Just trying out cameras now. Let's go. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that. There you go.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, where's Simon? Oh, it just sounds just obscene.
Have you ever heard one in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been sat on the bonnet of one though. Well, it's been doing whatever the speed they're doing here.
Yeah, true. Me neither. But I've been sitting in one doing 300 kph, and it's actually pretty good.
I hope you were doing that on a racetrack.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Of course,
road
yeah.
racetrack, yes, obviously.
Yeah, just nod. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
With nobody around, obviously, and safely between two exits. So
Yeah, of course.
don't worry.
So Renee still leads TCRs. Jamie Wilson is second. Going to get himself a podium as long as nothing bad happens. And Wobbly, who was, I think he's been first, second, third, and last. Probably several times this race last. Is currently in third place and occupying a podium finish. Jaden Scotton is in his start position. So you can only salute that given the amount of movement in both fields. And you can see the numbers on the screen. Michael Hall, another one that's currently in his start position. Simon tries this yet again. Gets sideways
slide.
drift. Yeah.
That's just great. I love it.
So Kenzie up 6 places. Ant Woodward up 6 places. We've not seen anything of that Ant Woodward car all race, but he's now showing himself as a forward mover. Let's hope he doesn't have to pit the car again. We have 9 minutes to go, folks. Sad finish for Jake, says Alan. Yeah, absolutely. I can only assume that that's what it was, that he's come off his pit limiter. He's either pressed the wrong button or pressed it at the wrong time. And he's been foot to the floor because, to be fair, if you've got your pit limiter on, that's kind of what you can do. Oh, here we go. Oh, Simon's showing his nose, but not actually making the move. Oh, that's very close to the edge of the track. But he's going to be able to diamond the corner, is he? No.
I think
That
he's a bit
car-
sideways all the way around
Yeah.
the corner.
He's a bit wild, isn't he? So he's going to go right round the outside of Jaden.
Yeah, don't forget these V8s are really grip limited outside the racing line. So if even if it looks easy, it's quite a tough pass to go on the outside there because you've got the marbles and all stuff. And we know from the V8 racers, marbles with these cars, they're just a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's already tough in TCS, but you haven't tried it in V8, you don't know what it is. It's really a nightmare. It's pretty hard on the cars and pretty hard to stay on the track. So obviously, TCR's car being a bit slower, it made the pass easier, but it's not an easy pass, even on a slower car.
I like what JB's doing in his Elantra. So he's up 2 positions from his start position, stayed out of trouble, giving people plenty of space like he's doing there. And is that Michael? No, it can't be Michael. Yeah, it might be Michael. Yeah, it's Michael. Nicely done from JB. Kept himself out of trouble. Gets himself a nice clean race. If you go on board with JB, just to hear the sound difference, it's not quite got the V8. You know.
I'm sorry. I'm switching back to the V8. This battery is going on so fiercely.
You talk about that while I visit the little boys' room again.
Again? Jeez, I've been there 3 times. You did not even notice, and usually you have to.
Really? Yeah. All right. Didn't know that. Fair enough. Back in a sec.
Simon not really asking Canziani sideways again in this hairpin and losing all the time he had back on Kenzie. He's now back 0.5 cents. Stacy Boyd, afternoon. Well, it's evening for us, but afternoon for you. I suppose not racing because you're in the US and this time doesn't suit you, but we have to make it work for almost everybody. Only 5 minutes left. Yes, Jay. 5 minutes. It's gonna be a good one. Was going through setting fuel, pit limiter burn. Yeah, that's what we thought. Jake wasn't going to make it anyway. Was short on fuel. Yeah, that's what we do as well. These guys are racing 90-minute races for a long time, so they know what they're doing. But you went very fast, but the pace difference was probably the fuel saving a little bit. But I'm sure the next one you'll be right up there, knowing what you have to do to actually carry the good speed to keep up with the right guys and be at the front with making the right number of stops and not using too much fuel. Simon in almost off track. Oh, it gets he overshot it and he spun. Ah, that's a shame. That's the battle for the lead gone, I suppose. But still quite a good gap to Bob, which is coming around now at the hairpin. But that leaves Simon with a nice almost 8 second gap at the front of the V8 field, and that's basically all the battles gone for all the races. Yes, Pete, you missed.
How long have I been away?
Oh, 2 hours maybe?
What happened here then?
Just forget it.
Simon on the dirt. Kenzie loops it. Oh, yes. Jay. Oh, no, that's wobbly. Manages to avoid Kenzie.
And yes, Stacy Boy. Simon is actually in a Mustang, and I do think the car looks even better than a Camaro. I'm not at all because I'm. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think I've talked about enough about Mustangs for today.
There's no such thing as talking too much about Mustangs. Right, so Wobbly, I don't think he's going to catch Jamie now, and I don't think Jamie's got 14 seconds, but 15 now seconds worth of extra speed for Renee. So Quentin Corney fans should be right on the very edge of their proverbial seats because they've got 15 seconds of free air with 3 minutes to go, unless his car spontaneous. Ooh, what?
That's to jinx our race.
Oh, absolutely. Anyway. That's why I'm saying it. You know. You got to get some scandal in at the end of the race. But yeah, So Anne Woodward up 6 places, Marius up 4 places, Jeff up 4 places, Kenzie up 5, Pete Van Gool up 4, who started pretty much he was the back of the V8 field. He's done really well to keep this on the track.
Yeah, kept them racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't give up. Just keep fighting. And sideways as well, which is plus that point of style. That's the way to do it. Well, it's not fast, but it's funny and it looks good. So go for it.
Yeah, and in TCR fashion, all the TCRs racing right to the very end. I think there's a couple that are maybe over a lap or 2 down. Oh no, just the one. And David Burns, Tony thinks is
he's off throttle even in the uphill section. Oh jeez.
Someone's gonna have to get out and help him push.
He's not gonna make it.
Is he or isn't he? He's got another minute and a half to run.
Yeah, but it's Simon that decides when the race ends. It's not him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got 31 seconds on Jeff Saunders, so he can actually wait for the race to come his way.
Well, maybe.
He's slower than TCRs.
Watch this. TCRs are overtaking him. Bless him.
That's actually hilarious. Oh, that's so good. And the credit is coming for him.
Yeah, race leader of TCRs. Yeah, we're on here. Do not adjust your sets, folks. This is a TCR overtaking a V8. Renee doesn't know what to do with it. He's like a dog chasing the car. If it ever caught it, he wouldn't know what to do.
This is called the pit stop curve or something, you know.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I love it. A white flag is in the air.
Is it? Right, okay, so there we go.
Yeah, I think
lap.
I think David will have to do one more lap.
Yeah.
Because if he wait for Simon, Jeff will pass him. So we'll have to see. Oh jeez, that's so close. And the battle behind Simon is actually Marius, which is 1 lap down, but he's fighting at Woodward for 6th place.
Yeah, so he's got to keep going. He's got to keep going on it. Oh, is that Simon wide?
Oh, Simon is off.
Yeah, not in a Kenzie way, but yeah, he's back.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Marius is happy about this because as Rob is short of fuel into the pits, Rob Van.
Oh no, splash and dash for Mr. Van.
Yeah, I'm not sure Marius is happy about this because Andy is a quite capable V8 driver and he's right on him now.
Yeah.
That means instead of everything's happening on the last lap.
Yeah, snatching defeat almost from the jaws of victory. Is this your thimble full of fuel, Mr. Van? Is this your thimble full of fuel?
Oh no!
Oh, he's done him! Oh no!
I think Marius is out of fuel.
Oh, my fuel calculation did actually work then. Right, okay, that's good.
Oh man, this is brilliant.
Oh, look at that.
And Simon is winner of the V8.
Yeah. Where is Renee? Renee was right behind him, wasn't he? Oh no,
Renee's at the hairpin. So he's quite a long way back.
So that does mean that Ant Woodward's got an entire lap to do, so hopefully he's got the fuel for it. So Renee charging towards a race victory here in the Pit Stop Cup. Cutting Corny fans will need to dry their tears of joy.
Folks, if you like the race, give us a like.
Yeah.
And if you did not, well, give us a like anyway. Because why not? You know, might as well do.
This is week 13, folks. There's 3 more of these this year. So this might end up being one of the hardest to attain pieces of my wood that anybody will handle. As Renee comes across the line, victorious here at Phillip Island. Jamie
And I have to
Wilson.
say, Wobbly
Sorry, go
will
on.
be one lap down on the winner in TCR because he was behind Simon when he finished the race. So that's actually pretty hilarious. So there's only
Yeah.
2 guys in the same lap in TCR. Well done, Jamie, finishing in 2nd place.
Yeah, Ant Woodward and Jeff Saunders. Oh no, they're miles apart. Sorry, I thought they were reasonably together on track.
Oh, that's
What?
not a low.
Is he out of fuel?
Oh, he's close to be out of fuel, yes.
If he doesn't finish the lap. Oh no, is he on a cooldown? He's not finished yet.
And you have not finished the race.
He's going to finish it in pit lane. He's going to... Oh, he's out.
Yeah, he's out of fuel.
Oh.
And he's out of fuel.
So he's taking the short route.
This is
Try and
exactly
get
what
across
we
the line.
wanted of this league.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
The Pitstop Cup has finished in the pit lane, folks. Don't pull the car up. You got to cross the line yet.
You got to cross the line, Ant.
He's going to fuel the car. And then...
No,
Oh, no, he's out.
Reset. He's out of the race.
I don't understand what happened. Did he not realise he hadn't finished?
I don't think he finished the race.
I don't know what's happened, but he's not gone the distance. What does it say in the standings? It says he has finished.
He's still in 6th position. Okay. Good.
Yeah, so it didn't really matter. Okay, right. So Simon Trundle was your race winner, folks. Good grief. Oh my giddy ants. Well, if you thought that this wasn't going to be exciting, then well, I don't know. He has won tonight here for Team Chimera, as he is wont to do on a regular basis. Kenzie Newhoff finished 2nd on the podium for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Bob Woodhouse 3rd on the podium for NQR Europe. What a great finish for Bob. David Burns finished 4th after all of that fuel saving for Hydro Race Racing Forces. And Jeff Saunders finished in 5th place in that wonderful livery. And Woodward kind of finished in 6th. I'm not sure what happened, but we finished in pit lane in the Pit Lane Cup for NQR Europe. Marius Hibmer in 7th for JC Academy, with Michael Hall in 8th for Result X Pure Sims. And Rob Venn in 9th for BSTV Esports, with Pete Van Gool in 10th for Result Clothing iRacing Team. And Ivan Batmans in 11th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Jake Blackhall finished 12th for Evolution Racing Team. Pete Newman finished 13th for Result X Pure Sims. Bram Dubois finished 14th for NQI Europe. That was your V8 standing. Now for your TCR standing. Renee finished in 1st place for Cutting Corny TCR team, about 16 days ahead of the rest of the field, but not that far ahead of Jamie Wilson, who finished in 2nd place tonight for Team Chimera. Wobbly was miles behind. In 3rd place after a whole race full of dramas, but managed to fight his way back each time and gets himself a podium finish for BSTV. Jaden Scotton finished 4th for JC Academy. That's Jay Corley's team. JB DeJay finished in 5th place for BSTV, with the Pieman Carl Hardy in 6th place for Safeguard by Result. Chesney Vandenbroeke finished in 7th place for JC Academy. And Andy Littler finished in 8th place for Work Guard by Result. So, blimey, high drama. I think that Ant Woodward must have already crossed the line, and SDK has got it wrong. Has to have done.
I don't know, because he was 1 lap down, so I'm not sure it's actually called it wrong. I think called it correct, and just stopped to. Oh, geez, someone jumped the start at the start.
I didn't see that.
We did not see that live. That's actually a good replay. So we're gonna watch that again from Ant's perspective. So thanks to me for switching back to that.
Yeah.
So Ant is actually trying to go, and then
does, and then
oh shit! And
no, and then
when it's like that, you just go. You just force it.
Yeah.
That was actually hilarious.
Yeah. And then look at the spray on the windscreen, folks. That's what it looks like these days. And that's just on a little bit of rain. Right, okay. So
what a race. That was incredible.
What a race. Let's see. Have we got anybody who is queuing for a speaky talk? Yeah, there's quite a few actually. Right. Well, shall I start bringing them in, or do you want to control the people that we bring
Go
in?
for it.
Right. I'm going to bring in race winner for V8s. That is Simon Trendle. Live booth. There we go. Good evening to Simon Trendle.
Good evening.
Good evening. Right. So, well, where do we start with this? Pitstop Cup. It's a 4-race shot to the finish, really. 90 minutes of V8s for you, making your way through at points on the track, very much slower TCR class of car. Let's talk about how that affected you and your race, or didn't it really? Making your way through that TCR field at points.
It was different. It's not something I'm used to doing in the V8. And it's also not something the V8s want to do, because the problem is what you want to do is you want to obviously normally in multi-class racing with prototypes and GT3s and things like that, the faster car slows down in a corner, and because they're slowed down in the corner, they can get an undercut on the exit and go under the car on the inside.
Yeah,
we can't do that in the V8 because it doesn't want to turn. No matter how much much longer you slow down, it doesn't turn anymore. So you end up waiting a little bit longer to get out the corner, and it's hilarious because, especially in the last sector, the TCRs are faster than us out the corner, and you're sat there in a V8 going, "Why can't I go? They're faster than me."
That's brilliant. That's a great dynamic that I hadn't necessarily envisaged. I made everything a standing start because I thought that'll be hilarious when the TCRs start overtaking the V8s immediately.
It didn't happen, did it?
It did, yeah. Only for a couple of cars, though. So
at least it's long enough straight that the V8s can outpower the TCRs in the end.
Yeah, well, let's wait for I've forgotten the name of the track. Never mind. Cadwell, thank you. Let's wait for Cadwell then, because you've only got about 5 yards, and then you turn
the TCRs
left.
are going to be faster. So.
Yeah, that should be great fun, and that's what this is about. It's about having a bit of fun, as well as I'm sure that turned quite serious at points for you and Kenzie and Jake. Throughout that race, because that was getting pretty tasty at times.
Yeah, I was trying to make something interesting to watch, to be honest.
You really did, by the way.
I'm sticking my nose into places where I normally wouldn't and things like that. But yeah, that's generally what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to do the fuel saving thing. That was just a consequence of the fact that people were defending and fighting.
Yeah.
It's only when I was like on my own, I was like, okay, well, I need to keep hitting that number now because there's no point. I wasn't going to be pitting for one lap of fuel, and it's going to look stupid.
Yeah, that was the risk, and I thought for the V8s that might be the case, that it might be a bit touch and go.
I did look, and based on what data I have for Phillip Island, that it was going to be quite an easy 2-stop, but the track's cooler than last time we did this in officials.
Right.
So we do more laps basically, and those are the laps that we were sort of cutting out.
Okay. And Jake fired it out of a rocket, didn't he? Really, it was something. He was super fast at one point, but I think you got the fastest lap of the race in the end. I think Sam said.
I did get that message. I don't know if I kept it. I wasn't paying attention at the end.
And we'll see if Sam knows that or not, or can even figure it out.
I don't have it anymore, sadly. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I did want to get past Kenzie and go after Jake, but he wouldn't let me. So, otherwise, I'd have tried to have a pop at Jake as well. But
we can let you in the end, but not voluntarily, of course. When he looped at Miller, but it's.
I destroyed my tyres while then. I was making stupid mistakes.
Yeah, we did see you dicing with the edge of the track a couple of times, but that was just through trying very, very hard, which you had to do a few times. Is it an enjoyable experience though, racing alongside the TCRs, to give you another element to think about?
It's weird.
It's weird. Okay, I'll take weird. That's fine.
V8s and other cars on the tracks, like weird. What are you doing there?
Yeah, and some of them are going quite slow, aren't they, at certain points? So it's I think it's been a shock for a few of the TCR drivers as well. Okay,
I think there's more annoyance in the last sector when they're trying to get out of the corner and we can't go any faster.
Well, yeah. Well,
And
that's
we're going
just the cost,
sideways.
isn't it? Yeah. But that's part of V8s. Well, it's the first part of a 4-chapter series. I think this one's a great way to start it. It's a nice track to do something like this on. It's generous, it's wide. You can see cars coming from a mile away.
And then you've got
and that's-
Cadwell on the calendar.
Yeah, but
The
you'll be
opposite
fine
of
by
all
then.
those things.
Yeah. You'll be in the zone by then. That's fine. But anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and do your little celebration for the Pit Stop Cup?
I have a twirl. Yeah, just to you guys for obviously all the broadcasting stuff and organisation that you do. It's obviously appreciated by the majority of us.
Thank you very much. No, that's good. And we'll look forward to seeing you racing, hopefully in V8 ESC Season 17 very, very soon, because we're working on trying to make that work at the moment. Simon Trundle, everybody.
Yep, see you in 13 weeks.
Yeah. Right, we're going to change this up a little bit. So we're going to bring in the other half of Team Chimera, which is Jamie Wilson.
Hello.
Good evening. Let's wait for your car to appear on the screen. There it is. Right. We've heard from Simon and winning ways and making his way through traffic, or in his words, getting choked up behind traffic. What was that like racing the TCRs? Because if you do some of the endurance series, then they are on track with LMPs and with GT3s at times. Was it as ridiculous as some of that, or was this a more tame version of doing that multi-class racing for the TCR?
That I've been in madder scenarios than that. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mind you,
Yeah.
we do have obviously quite a long way away, but we do have Cadwell on this calendar. So
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That will result in the same thing. But the it was fine. They're all very patient and everything, and there was a kind of a sod's law thing where if they caught us at a certain point, then they didn't have any chance to really do anything, and we didn't really have much to offer them or gain by facilitating it more. So it's more dangerous to do that, if anything. So, the traffic wise, it was fine. No issues really. I think Jeff had a bit of a wobble at one point, but
yes, I think so. Yeah.
I got a strong right-hand door in the car, so it was all right in the end.
Good. And it was remarkably incident-free, the whole thing. The V8s, I think, chopped up the TCR field in a way that I didn't expect, to be honest. It ended up with some big gaps forming between the TCR cars.
Yeah, well, some of that was kind of self-inflicted amongst us, to be honest. I mean, I had the mother and father have all saved at turn 1.
You really did. Well, turn 1, 2, and...
Well, yeah, for a lap, pretty much, yeah.
We did slow-mo that because that was the work of legend. That was brilliant.
It was one of the most edgy saves I've had to make. I think I just had a bit too much rear brake bias, and the track was still a bit moist over that way. So if I put 1% more brake pressure in than the car could handle, then it was like a shopping trolley, basically.
Yeah. It was great watching it, honestly, because me and Sam were just like, "Oh my god!"
And then Jaden basically did the same thing almost immediately afterwards, or a couple of laps afterwards. Then I did it again, but not as bad. And so we kind of split ourselves up. And then Wobbly obviously had his dramas. But yeah, Renee just had a bit more pace than I did. Even if there was no fuel saving involved, I could match him on the odd lap, but I couldn't do it consistently. So
yeah. No, that was great, and folks should know that the banners in the TCRs were the work of last-minute action from Jamie Wilson to give us that white and black.
Yeah, you can tell because I boosted up the Honda number disc on the back, but I'll fix that. I'll fix that another time.
Isn't it a round one on there?
Yeah, I didn't have a layer turned on. Whoops. So,
okay, fair enough. Don't worry about it. Nobody knows. We'll cut this bit out of the live broadcast. It's fine. There we go. Look, he's done it. He shows it all in perfect technical. But yeah, we've regaled the the new livery for that Mustang. Is that the work of you, or is that the work of someone else in your Team Chimera crew?
Oh, I did that at the same time I did I was going to say Holden then, did the Chevrolet one.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Well,
yeah, no, I do the paints for
Yeah,
Right,
Simon is not number 1 anymore, by the way.
yeah, it's on his bonnet facing the camera.
Oh, is it? Right, yeah. No, I just
Don't worry about that. That's
I
fine.
didn't upload it. Simon did, and he
That's
picked the
fine,
league
yeah.
version as opposed to the non-league version, which doesn't have that on. So I'm going to push that blame straight to him.
Yeah, too right. And to be fair, he's won the championship so many times, he could probably, sport that for a while. But round of applause for that paint scheme, because that is excellent. We both think that that's better than the Camaro one.
That's just a function of the car, not the paint. They're basically the same.
And Sam made that allusion. Yeah, he was. He definitely stated that it was the car that gave the options for better paint schemes.
And just like for this race, I obviously could have gone either way with the car. I just picked the one that there were the least of. That was our logic in signing up with the Camaro as well, which it was the one that there were the least of at the time we signed up. So
right, fair enough. Well, paint schemes, brilliant, and you got yourself a second place finish in that one. Wobbly made himself lots of problems along the route, but that's part of racing, really, isn't it? What was that?
I thought you were going to say something else then. I was going to say an arse of himself.
Well, and that too, because he dropped in the booth to say what he'd done. But yes, it's been great fun for us. I hope it's been fantastic fun for all the TCR drivers. Obviously, Renee thinks it's amazing. He got a win out of it. But did you enjoy the format?
Yeah, it's something different. It gives people a chance to try the V8 that otherwise maybe wouldn't in the league or anything. It's good to see the likes of the Pure Sims boys doing that, for example.
Yeah, Michael and Pete. Yeah,
that could only be a good thing, right?
Oh yeah, and they handled themselves brilliantly, I have to say. I know that both of them drive rear-wheel drive cars when they're not driving the TCR, so it's not like they're unused to it. But this is a very different rear-wheel drive car that they're handling.
Very much so.
Yeah, the unadulterated version of it. So you're right to point that out. And yeah, hopefully it was enjoyable for everybody. Anybody you want to have a shout out to or a thank for your second place finish here in the Pitstop Cup?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for putting it on in the first place and for the broadcast and everything and all of that usual jazz. And thanks Simon for updating me on where the pack was a few times. And for making the tools that meant I could save fuel the right way to not run out on the last lap, which would have happened without them. So
wow, okay. Yeah. Good call for Simon. In that case, we look forward to seeing you in 12 weeks, is it?
Something like that. 3 months, yes.
Otherwise known as next Wednesday, when we launch season 21 of the TCR Challenge Cup. It's Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cool. Right. Who should we bring in next? And who do you want next, Sam?
Let's bring in the new guy, Marius. What do you think?
Marius. Yeah, let's have Marius. Whether he joined in that interview room to get interviewed or not, Marius is here with us in the live booth. Good evening, Marius Hibmer.
Good evening.
Evening. So, you're part of the JC Academy fleet of cars. I have to say, tonight you look like you'd driven the V8 for a very long time. Is this a car that you regularly drive or not?
Literally my first time in a car ever.
Sam?
Okay, he's off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to kick him out now. You have to fall in the I hate you box because I've driven this car since 2013 and I crash it on every single lap. What do you normally drive?
It's a mix. Usually GT4s or GT3s.
Right.
That's about it actually. GT4s and GT3s. I don't know what I otherwise drive. Maybe LMP2s here and there, but it's my first time ever in a V8 supercar.
Holy crap on a cracker, Sam. So he's gone into the hate box. And we threw you into a V8 race with a slower class of car, which is almost unheard of. on a wet track at Phillip Island, and you drove like you've been driving for a very, very long time in the V8. Wow, that's stunning.
Well, I mean,
Go on.
I've done a little bit of road course driving in the NASCAR, not a lot, just a tiny amount, and I tend to be quite good in that. And I
Right.
guess they're a little bit similar, so I guess it's just a car that suits me, even though I've not really driven it before. It's just yeah.
That's wild, and I can only salute you on that one. That's brilliant. So please tell me. Well, are you signed up for the TCRs? I think you
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
aren't you? Yeah. So that
yeah.
starts next Wednesday. Lord only knows what you're going to do in a TCR. Because don't forget you get traction control in those. But no, you've handled yourself brilliantly tonight. It's not often, well, it's never that V8s share the track with any other cars. To share the track with TCRs is unheard of, I think. So, how did you find it making your way through a class of car which it really is significantly slow?
It's quite interesting, because the TCRs are so much slower down the straights, but they through a lot of the corners tend to be at least equally fast, if not faster than us.
Yep.
So like if you couldn't get a touring car on the straight, then you'd kind of just be stuck behind for a few corners, especially on this track. If you caught it in an unfortunate spot on the track, it's difficult to get past. I found it was mostly fine, and I think that's to do with the fact that the touring car field is so small. I think if we had more touring cars, it'd be a lot more challenging. They'd get in the way a lot more, I think.
Yeah, I think we can probably attract some more for the last 3 races of this series. Obviously, there's only 4 races in this series. You do get a lovely wooden trophy at the end of it all if you win one of the 2 class of cars. But you've got some tough competition in this one in the form of Jake and Simon and Kenzie. Have you raced with any of these guys before?
Logan McKenzie. Is that who it is?
Oh, you're an Alpha then. You're an Alpha driver. Alpha
I've
Touring
raced.
Championship?
No, ESR.
No.
Evolution Sim
Okay.
Racing. For the GT4 and TCR league they did a while back. I was in a GT4 back then, so I never really got to race against him, but I was on the same track as him, and I know he's quite fast.
Yes.
But no, I've
Very.
not really driven touring cars either. My first time ever in a touring car was around the 4 hours of Thruxton, and I went in with Jaden Scotton, and I mean I had good pace. I had good 1 lap pace. I think I qualified higher up than Jay Coles, but then
Wow. Okay.
yeah, in the race I just kind of fell off though. So
Right.
I think I'm a bit tough on the tires in a touring car, but the pace is there, so I'm looking forward to it. It's really enjoyable to drive as well.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to it now. I can't wait for Wednesday. It's great having new guys in our leagues. And obviously, if you're familiar with Logan and you're familiar with Jay and Jaden, then you're going to fit right in here in BSTV leagues. So I can only thank you for signing up to both of them. Hopefully, you had a blast tonight. Is there anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go and celebrate your finishing position here this evening?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my sponsor, racinggood.com.
Awesome stuff. And what do they do when they're not putting their livery on your car?
It's mobile bites and charcuterie, I think you pronounce it. Basically, they sell like small bites and cheese and stuff for, like weddings and all that. It's a local company located in Memphis, Tennessee. So it's my dad and my stepmom that owns the company, and they decided they could sponsor me, which is very nice of them.
Sam had the camera on the cockpit of your car earlier. I don't know whether you can do it again, Sam. Not that one. The one where it's on the bonnet. Keep going. A bit further. That's the one. And I was trying to read it upside down. And I thought, that's interesting. It says grazing on the right, and then I didn't get to read the other side. So okay, right. That's incredible then. Now it all makes sense about the oval racing. Okie dokie. We'll have many more conversations with you in future races, particularly if you're as fast in the TCR as you are in the V8. So it's going to be see you next Wednesday for Marius Hibmer and his introduction to BSTV leagues, which has been a roaring success. pardon the pun, with the V8 engine. We'll see you on Wednesday, Marius.
Yep, thank you.
Cool. Right. Next up, we're going to drag in. We'll bring in the better looking of the two, shall we? That are left.
So I suppose it's Bob.
And welcome to Bob Woodhouse.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing? He's already put the camera on you by the description that I gave. V8 ESC season 17, still in the conceptual phase, shall we say? But this hopefully will give you a little bit of a placebo effect, a nicotine patch on the arm,
Yes.
keep you going for a while. But have you ever shared the track with another series of car while you've been driving a V8, particularly one that's a lot slower, or not?
I've done some of the wacky races in week 13 when the Gen 3 first come out.
Yeah.
With the GT3s, that was pretty crazy. But
Okay.
not in a while. And yeah, it's quite a good match, to be fair.
Right. Well, when we've thought about doing this for quite a long time, haven't we, Sam? Putting both series of car on at the same time, but never really thought about how we could make it work as a series. But doing it in a week 13 4 times a year, that's a doable situation, I think. And to be honest, after what I've seen tonight, it would make pretty good normal running, if you know what I mean. There were times when there were certain TCRs going very, very slowly for you guys, and certain times when you guys were just getting so clotted up with one another that the TCRs were catching you and not knowing where they could go. I mean, did they overtake you again? Did they just stay there and put up with you? You were a bit like the annoying kid at school that you just want to just get out of my way, will you? Stop acting like a knob. And you were all still there, just doing your funky V8 thing in front of them, and stop showing off. All right, just because you got 8, doesn't mean that we're any less. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, yeah. I did. It was quite good fun. But yeah, with work, I planned a week away. I planned a service in Newcastle for this week because it's week 13. Nothing's going on. Yeah. And then you guys dropped this on us, and it was like, damn. Yeah. So I was just so grateful that it dropped on the Thursday, because if it had been Wednesday, I'd have been 300 miles away.
Okay.
But it's like I've driven back today. I've already done 270 miles driving home, and then
270 miles on
around Phillip Island. So it was a little bit of a crash course to try and work out a strategy. And knew it was. Yeah, I mean, did you guys plan it to be so tight on fuel? And because it was, you had to run your tank pretty dry to get the 19 laps to be able to do the 57 lap race. It was pretty close.
I came up with the fuel. I did have a calculator when I was doing the fuel and realised that the fuel that you normally carry in the standard league might work. And I say might work because I don't know what the hell's going on, do I? I don't know on a normal day. So I was just trying to figure out what would be ridiculous. And this was a ridiculous number. And it seemed to work out quite entertainingly. That's a new word that I've just invented for the English vocabulary.
Because it's about 20 seconds away from doing another lap. And then that would have been a 20 lap stint on one of your stints. And that would have been a massive fuel save.
Right, okay. Well, good that some of my calculations have panned out to work kind of well. But yeah, I mean, we threw a few new drivers and a few TCR drivers in V8s at a track which was wet on Phillip Island in a V8, and it seemed to work out in quite a good way. Did you have a blast though? That's the main thing. That's what this one was all about. Did you have fun?
Yes, yeah, it was good fun, and big shout out to all the drivers and TCRs, V8s alike, because I think the racing was pretty good across both classes, and it'd be nice to see a few more for the next one.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Anybody else you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate your podium victory? Podium position.
Yeah. Shout out to Bram, king of the super start, but his race come undone, unfortunately. And yeah, shout out to Tony, all the NQR guys, and yeah, you guys for putting this league on. Is yeah, nice little surprise, and yeah, all the drivers, and we'll catch you next time.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we'll see you at some point, and then hopefully not too distant future in a V8 again. Bob Woodhouse.
Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Right then, we'll jump into the world of a TCR race next with Chesney. Might as well interview those that have turned up. Why would we not? Welcome to the booth, Chesney Vandenbroeke.
Thank you.
So, let's how do we talk you through this one? How did you find being in the TCRs, which is, I mean, they're a challenge to drive anyway, right? Because they're quite a good amount of horsepower, front wheel drive, wild back end. Back end is on a constant level of disagreement with the front end. Part of the JC Academy, I see.
Yes.
And with V8s hooning it all around you, like the hoonigans that they are. No care in the world, no respect whatsoever. Just, driving past you at a ridiculous rate of knots in straight lines.
But in the straight lines, I just dipped my line, or if I just came out of a corner, I knew they were going to accelerate away. I just went out of the way for them.
Uh-huh.
But actually, it was really respectful. I hadn't any bump-ins with the V8s. I saw some very cool slides from them.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So that's really fun to see, and I really love multi-class racing.
All right.
Well,
okay. Yeah. Cool.
So it was kind of my jam. Just a little bit of a bummer that I went off track at lap 2 or 3, and that I kind of lost my race of that. But shit happens.
It does. Yeah. And you've done really well to bring it home. There's a few cars out there that didn't tonight. Most of them being V8s, of course. You were nearly a beneficiary of quite a few people's off tracks and stuff in the TCR standings. Part of this is, where do you put your car when the faster cars are coming through? Part of it is, how do I maintain some sort of advantage over my own class of cars? And I think you've handled yourself really well. What made you join JC Academy? Did Jay Corley, offer you several £1,000s of his fame money?
A couple of million, but
a couple of million.
He doesn't know it
we're
yet.
in the wrong job.
No, he just asked me, and I was starting to look for a team after last season.
Yeah.
And I just said, yeah, of course. So I can now call him my principal, and
yeah.
So it's kind of like in a Formula 1 team. And
can you get me a free signed autograph thing? A signed picture of Jay Corley. Can you get me one of them? I've been asking for ages. It doesn't even have to be the naked one that I was asking for. It can be one where he's got his clothes on. That's fine. I can accept that.
I'm gonna ask him.
Okay, right, excellent stuff. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice for the season 21 of TCRs, because you signed up to that as well, aren't you?
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. My teammates, Jaden and Marius, had some really nice talk with them, and Jay, of course. You guys for making this possible, and every other driver, every supercar driver, every TCR driver, of course. And one special shout out to Chris Dixon. I miss him.
Yeah. Chris is a great addition to our leagues. I think he must have just been busy tonight, but you'll see him this time next week when you'll be racing door to door with him, probably.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we look forward to this time next week. Wednesday next week, and seeing you again, Chesney Vandenbroeke.
Thank you.
Right then, next up and last up is gonna be a little bit of Woody. Good evening.
Evening.
Right, let's get you on.
I don't know how this is going to go. I can't hear a thing.
On screen. Why can't you hear a thing?
ear infections.
You're
Both
joking?
ears.
Both?
Yeah, yeah.
Why,
we went away.
why
There's
are you
public
licking your
service
finger?
announcement.
Yeah.
Be careful of like hot tubs at places you go away to.
Oh, okay. Oh dear.
Gross.
Yeah, very much so. Oh dear.
So I couldn't hear the start lights.
Right.
That's why you jumped the start.
Is that your excuse for jumping the start?
Yeah, I couldn't hear them.
Yeah, whatever. Did it affect your eyes as well?
Yeah. It sort of discombobulates you. It's like having your head underwater. So
Yeah, it's true.
it is my excuse.
I have to say that when I was, I don't know what age I'd be, 21, something like that. I was working for a HMV or EMI Music, and I ended up with an ear infection, and it was possibly one of the worst things I've ever had happen to me in my life. It burst my eardrum so much they thought I was going to lose all the hearing in my left ear. There was goo, brown goo, which was a mixture of pus and blood, making its way out of my ear at regular intervals. The pressure would build up to the point where I would cry, and then it would release by bursting out of my ear and oozing down the side of my head. And I would be in such relief
fun,
that
isn't it?
just brilliant. They're the worst things in the world because there's nothing at all you can do about it.
No.
You can't scoop it out. You can't stick your finger in. You can't stick anything in. You just got to wait.
I want
for
to get the Hoover on it.
Yeah. It's
Or
like
a fire
toothpaste.
hose. Or
Yeah,
something.
you just want to smash your face against the wall just to make the pain stop or break
Shotgun.
your legs. So shotgun. Anyway, sorry you've got all that going on. That's
sorry.
no excuse for jumping the start. But you're on the track for the first time, potentially, unless you've done something like this before, with a slower class of car. To add to the mix of you driving already the most difficult car on the iRacing service, did you have any fun through the pain, through the
Yeah, I loved
discomfort
it.
of oh right, okay.
Like I raced in the TCRs, didn't I, for a couple
Yeah,
of
you did,
seasons, few seasons. So know a few of those boys and driven the Honda. So yeah, it's a real privilege for them to be able to drive with us legends, I'm sure.
Look at all the swearing. Get that bloody V8 out of my way.
I'm not sure you're gonna fit in your shoes tomorrow, but anyway.
You're right, yeah.
Thought I'd get
Absolutely.
that in. But no, yeah, it's great. I love multi-class racing. That's how I started in iRacing. So to get a penalty straight away and then have to make it past the TCRs safely was quite a challenge.
Yeah.
In the damp, I think we did it okay. I don't think anyone hates me tonight. So yeah, it was fun. Just shame I messed the start up.
Yeah, well, these things really do happen. You weren't the only one that ended up with something go wrong. Jake had his own issues, and there was a couple of others down the bottom end of the V8s that had issues. The cleanest racing, as in no personal mistakes, really, it was in the TCRs. They held themselves together quite, professionally, to be honest.
Yeah, they were good as well in this past when it was time and not jumping out the way and stuff like that, just holding line. It was a good race.
Yeah, good. Excellent stuff. Well, we are working on trying to make season 17 work for V8 ESC. And hopefully we'll have something to announce possibly in the next week or two. We've got another couple of meetings, I think, to go at. Definitely one in a fortnight, anyway. And then we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, the Pitstop Cup is here for your multi-class racing pleasure. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice for wherever it was? Long Beach. In you've only got 3 months to practice.
Yeah, that's not enough for me to get up to speed. So no, just the usuals. Jack, Stacey, Evie, and you for putting it on, and the team, everyone in the team. You took Bob away from me while I was having a full-on conversation.
Yeah,
it took me 3 minutes to realise. And the way I realised, I thought this conversation's more interesting than it normally is.
Oh dear. Well, I'm glad that Bob is such a riveting co-conversationalist,
Right, that's everyone annoyed.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you later.
Well done.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah, well done to Anne Woodward. He's gone. Right. Well, I think that was a roaring success. That was really, really good. It's great to see the V8s on the track, and mixing it up with the TCRs is just a little bit different. We do have a driver of the meeting for this one, don't we? So we've got some.
Do we? Oh no! Please don't tell me you.
I think we do. Just give me a second. I'm gonna check the website because I'm pretty sure I clicked that button. I'm pretty sure I did. No, I didn't. No, there's no driver of the meeting. We're safe. We're safe.
Yeah,
No driver of the meeting.
because honestly, I wasn't sure who would pick. I'm still gonna check the rules, and I don't see any driver of the meeting. There's safe. There's the driver. Yeah, there's the driver of the season in the
Oh,
rules.
is there?
So I guess we have to do it.
Oh, you're gonna have to check the box then, right? Okay. Well,
that's all professional we are, folks.
Absolutely. Yeah. But we do it worse than everybody else.
Well, you made the rules, so you go first.
Yeah, thanks, by the way. I like what Renee did. He stayed cool, calm under pressure. Yeah. He was overtaken by the hooligans in the V8s regularly and still kept his composure. Won by 11 seconds over the mighty Jamie Wilson, who he did a really good job, just not as well as Renee. Wobbly obviously won't get a vote. JB, I like what JB did. He moved forward in the field of TCRs. I like that a lot. Everybody else seemed to have their moments for TCR. And then in V8s, Simon got himself right at the front and stayed there. Kenzie did a very good job of duking it out with Simon for so long, but then he had his moments. Simon held himself together so well in such a solid manner, and David Burns represented himself very well as well. I think my vote tonight, my vote's going to go JB's way, just because he drove such a professional race for me. Yes, he wasn't in the pointy end, but he kept it calm, calculated. He did all the right things at all the right times when all the V8s came hooning it through. I liked the cut of his jib tonight, so JB is going to get my vote.
Yeah, I think that's a good goal. I think all you said is good. But mine is going to be a totally different way to someone you haven't mentioned at all, which is a new guy, never driven a V8, finished 7th, gained 3 positions. Marius, I think he drove a great race. We have seen a little bit of him, a few battles, pretty clean, with experienced V8 drivers around him at some point, and still a pretty good result for our first race in the V8. So he's getting mine for the first one.
Yeah. He still went into my must-hate box because he was so good at it on his first attempt.
Well, yes, obviously, but
yeah. So no, great vote, and we could have voted for either of the two guys that are normally TCR drivers. One of them on screen at the minute, which is Pete Newman, Michael Hall, Pete Van Gool. Any of the guys that were in a car that they don't normally drive, and they all handle themselves remarkably well, to be honest. But that brings this broadcast to a close. You've only got 12 weeks to wait before you get another one of these. But you've got less to wait before you can see some of these TCR guys and some of the big guys in the V8s again very shortly, because they'll be racing in the season 21 of the TCR Challenge Cup. This time not this time, but on Wednesday of next week. It's going to be a great start to a very strongly attended season. I think we've already got 35 drivers signed up with a week of sign-ups to go. And some of the strongest racers still to sign up if they're going to. So I think this one's going to be another well-attended TCR Challenge Cup season. Thanks to everybody that raced tonight. Thanks to everybody that watched on the stream. Thanks to the community at large. This is here to bring the two main series together. And I hope this carries on for quite a long time. Thanks to Sam for joining me in the booth, and we did a lot of stuff last minute just before the broadcast, and he's kept himself cool, calm, and calculated.
Don't say it out loud.
Well, shh. Anyway, But it's all worked out in the end. So great teamwork, and we'll see you this time next week for more Backfire Simsport TV action. Stay safe, folks. Stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Over to you, Sam.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the drivers, and we'll see you next week for TCRs. If you're not subscribed yet, do it. Give it a like and sign up for TCRs. It's gonna be fun.